The 7th of August 2025, Thursday, 31 past 1600 hours. We live once again on Akwantufuo Radio, Abrabapa Radio, as well as Akwantufuo Radio GH with another edition of Bamaso. This is where discerning Ghanaians with discerning thoughts, we come to deliberate on all possibilities through which and with which we would rise as co-creators and catalysts in the making of a beautiful and fantastic Ghana. Here, we know one thing for certain. We are the very Ghana we are so much concerned about. And if there is anything happening in Ghana that we are so unhappy with, the most prudent, sensible, wisest question to ask ourselves should be, what should change of us in order to cause that which we are seeking to change? That is all that matters most. So the very moment we step on the platform, it is more to do with we working on ourselves at all levels to reveal a better version and a more excellent version of ourselves that is needed as a catalyst, as a causative agent for the very beautiful Ghana that we want. If you are here for the first time, you are here to work on yourself. We love to work on others. Let's begin to work on ourselves so that we become the agents of change, the instruments of change needed to fix our dear nation, Ghana. To this effect, I would humbly welcome you once again to Bamaso. And Jacques says, Roncondi Mudo, Anna de Mopi, and Comau. Maybe I will be a sample pencil or feeding another Akwantufuo Radio, Arabapa Radio, and Akwantufuo Radio GH. Say over all our social handles and so they are at Akwantufuo Radio. So they are at Akwantufuo Radio. Yasa baby and a day I ever to atwajune I hear the OC to me yo. Na anyone echo. Enti nisa enetie dia lecture say dan den na ya na eja yeni wo yachi ye hwe say baby a life deemed it fit say ye be free honom eno na ekọ enti wo ahotomo baby a wo no wani je ho e wo baby a wo no nanso whichever way no you still want to have a look at eye efie enti ya bayi no de wo se yetumi yo de wo say e wo se ye boa afoforo nso no tumi yo the action begins with us. Say we him wa. Hey, say wo na wo yo, say ubi na yo. The initial action begins with you. With him wa. You will see that it's a pattern. Inti ne sa na tie dia, ene na say wo say de ye tumi yo no. Ene wo kira kwan na wo say ye hwe ne sam pempensuo yi. Na ye tumi yo. Na wo man no enso efa ne ntuma pa efra enti ahobrase ne ani die kwan so se wa be pii mu wa ha wa ba se Ghana ni kire se Ghana ene ye dia ye pomasi bre ewo dwumadie yi eso na ye ka se dia ye pomasi bra obroni be kan reference point eno kire se Jina hoping ka ho na bi ko wanim na mo menko wachi right ko wanim no e kire say choose a bigger reference point instead of you choosing a smaller reference point lower than Ghana what the Obenyansa for Gunube. One can say, Memma Ghana Nkwano and Yo Mesibra Chinchan Hopper na Vidina. Coanim name mum men reduce reference point in here the Ghana na ya chassis. Na ya kwa to the infinite. It depends on your level of consciousness. And yabade for starters no yeah the Ghana aye pumesi bre ya very here kwan ya betumi ama o my Ghana afa nentuma pa efra. Now as we talk about figuring out possible ways with which we will be able to make Ghana a beautiful place, and one thing we need to also realize and say what I mean by we looking at it in the context of the whole, and it's we figure out how we will be able to work the betterment of our dear nation as we work towards the betterment of the whole of life. Just the wholeness of this thing we choose to call life. It's say the yedi kan to hono. Under no circumstance will Ghana be okay if other parts of the world are not okay. That is one thing that we should come to realize. And if you want more practical examples to this, you should look at European countries, the Americas, and the rest. They may be okay, but because other nations are not okay, they are not okay. Look at the United Kingdom. You will say, or you may say, United Kingdom is okay, but because other nations are not okay, they are not okay. Every now and then they need to work out ways with which they will be able to stop immigrants coming in. The immigrants wouldn't have been coming this way if they were okay in their countries. And a part of the whole may be okay, but when other parts of the whole are not okay, that part is still not okay. Once again, Akwantufuo Yebunube and Kanasem. And that is why many advanced nations, and I say all nations, advanced countries, no, even the very ones who do not are still working towards their okay level, no, they have foreign policies. They have policies that enables them to be able to collaborate with other nations. That is why they have that policy, because they know, say, they may be okay, but when other nations are not okay, they are not okay. What I shall call them beautiful. And when we are seeking for the betterment of our dear nation, Ghana, many chinchin chinchin, say Ghana and Guani, you know, many chinchin, sir. Many I say, our time will be a different. I say, why chinchin, why now, Ujina? There be, because wow, they imagine. We all belong to this body we choose to call life. Now look at this body as your body itself. Now he said, "Oh, Kojima, de bia de oya ne say, o upper part no kwa na oye ho adwuma. E ho nko a na aye o major concern e ya o top. Over time you realize say, na no ba kitwa. Afi ni ntimi mpagya soro no bio ntimi contain soro no na afi ahwe kura na akutuju kugugu, right? And as much as we are looking out for the interest of our dear nation Ghana, it should fit in the interest of the wholeness of life. That is where we need wisdom to work out the betterment of our dear nation Ghana. Yes, we need wisdom to be able to do that. And omabi wo hono mo a anya se bia wadi achesen bibia de dane kwamu there be there are people who are still sleeping outside in those countries. People are homeless. You may say oh, it's a choice among other things. In fact, I saw a certain video. I think it was in, they have some places in Germany, some in Holland. Okwa in Nuboni, among other things. When you look at their state, you will be amazed. But in the midst of all these people that they are walking on their streets, among other things, those countries, they still find something to go and send to other impoverished nations. They send some funds to those individuals. They do so. And Donald Trump, yes, say, USA Zaman for a while they say, hey, suffer in other countries. Yes, that is how it is. And when people are suffering in other countries, or one way or the other, the impact will find its way to America's doorstep once again. And we need wisdom to be able to seek the betterment of wherever that we belong to in the context of the whole. And Onyansafo Ishmael Tete, he put it this very simple way: until our selfishness grows into self-wholeness, we still have work to do. And when say old Ghana, over Ghana, Ghana is not an island. Ghana is not sitting somewhere on its own. Ghana is a part of a whole, and it should work out its strength in the context of seeking the strength of the whole. So any said Nana Sarabediako and Dr. Ebenezer Amofabwati, Miss Papa Yunti, and Anketia Etienne ya Papa's Mali one more time. Mijina Akwantufuo dia name, America for one name, Ghana for one name, Babia, France for Babia, Jahan over. Why? I name na me tunchia kesi edema. So na another is so yantu Akwantufuo way. A beautiful journey with all forms of feelings, mixed feelings. Mixed feelings. To the bia, so especially when you live with expectations that some people will be doing certain things in a particular way and you don't get it. One here, open your broken heart. Your uncle be Ghana, mom broken heart, and yet. You are no man on one and my man broken heart. Ye won't crofobia bro honor Ghana, a mom broken heart. Casa a month for Casa already you know be bring a Ghana broken heart in tea and a month for the Becca Sasa. Oh, yes. Sa broken heart no ya. But men papa what it's really nyanti ye de nya cheswa, right? And we will be able to support ourselves, guide each other, to be on the path of, let's say, the path of righteousness, the path of progress. Assembly no. Na ansani ebeko I just say esono. Say another and they shared their views on what has happened or my Ghana concerning say no one using helicopter. I mean say no never can say kuma yes a ball from another. Now we had government officials and servicemen on that plane. And I know baby I express it some sad moments. I'm for actually reho and yasam kitwa for a moment nana with him said I'm for a trouble politicians. Say we are Akwantufuo, we are criminals, and we are Woodifuo. I say my Ghana no. Now you may say any logically no. So we be all say what the NSA life a year only chrono every system no more. Send your senku energy. Ni kwan say oreho already. Where you pursue for ye for the hot mama ye. I was saying bossy. So And so it tells you, say, the kind of emotions, sentiments people expressed yesterday, and nature say, and yes, I cry no be a pen. Nature say it reminds me of one thing that we have shared around here some time ago. Say, the ultimate that we are seeking for the very ones that we are so much concerned about, and it said they will rise to the awareness of their responsibilities and continue to remain on a path of righteousness for the development of our dear nation, Ghana. That is the ultimate that we are wishing for the people that we are so much concerned about. And he said, oh, can't be and the ultimate that I know from what and you are not be expressing, and they say we want them to be on the path of righteousness. We want them to contribute a better self of them to the development of our dear nation, Ghana. And obviously, people say so for among other things, but it is not something that majority would wish on even their worst enemies. And it tells me, say, when it gets to certain things, there is a binding force that is holding all of us together, and that is good. Now, with that majority of the Obiara said you will see ehu ewu no. Ebi be fa na normal. Ebi be fa na say adai omane bo amapa na ewu. Mutala Muhammad pa na ewu. Na nka hwa na ngu. Okay, ubewu amana na no atena se ana. Hwa na ngu. Right? And people will ask several questions. Hey, wait. One na ewu no. Yes. That's right. But it should awaken us to something more important. It should bring us to some very important awareness in this life. And then I'm name Uluma Ebonkomo Ewo Ghana. My friend wa na ononso ede adiewe the akoswe ebomye. And I'm saying, yes, Omo yes, I know. Na bomodia me kan say oh, won call abefon tintan internet yi so. Na on type worldometer.info omogu no ne address bar no mu na yen hwa de. Afi wo bogu mu a. Afi wo hwese numbers bi konanim na konanim. And I'm saying, who numbers no? Say, okay. First one was say current world population, and only 8,239,212,867 and still counting. That is the current world population. Now, the total births this year. Wama ya womo afiwe nkwa. 22 no akwa kodru 40 cc a say every moment ye wo bi ediba enne de ya ye kase enne nko a enne ya ye kase yo enuanom a ya wo mo aba wiase mofra eno no na se omo aya na mesi ya wo mo this year na ye 79 million meboa na wo mo a ewu this year nko this year 37,376,445 and still counting. Oma ewu this year up to another day the 7th of August. Now the mama ewu enenko anzo. Oma ewu enenko eneyo ene the 7th of August. 120,045 and still counting. 120,000 and then the whole world, I don't know. Now you may say even these figures may not take into account some people who are in the hinterlands, among other things. People are being born, people are dying. What does it ignite in us when we see or we read these numbers? That is what matters most to. You never know which way you will go, but you will go. And And no dey yebit can all die be die. Just say oboye dey obu. But what is the reason for you being here before you die? That is the question that we need to tell baby. What they train, what train pa, over patcho. Na eba says what people have their own commentaries here and there. You say a branch or Ghana, or say a whole minister Anna yedin ashes a good kuku bottom. Anyway, you see, even in death, people feel their identities should give them some entitlements. Or no, our workers are no bedroom says for whatever position that he finds himself, when he dies, I would say, or no, exceptional, right? Because he feels that or you be a minister, the new one saying, you didn't ashes a good bottom. Yeah. But Obin so ever heard who say, whatever happened, then they say, Nipa cry a beje. Say ye church ye who ye say the arrogance here and there. What is the bottom line of all these things? What is the bottom line? Obi be who say whatever happened yesterday, how they died, how they were carried away, among other things, should teach him to be humble. But Obi say, because of the identities, even their corpse, their ashes, or what have you, should be treated in a particular way. What does death ignite in you? Does it just ignite fear in you? Or ti wo pe na the boss ashrinke. Obi ti wo pe na the boss ashrinke. But obi ti wo a na enkenye bia banemu na afi watna wa set up. Oh, am I doing what I need to do? Say the bear, I will be happy to even embrace death when it is coming, because believe you me, death is on the other side of the equation of life. That is how it is. Life is made possible because of death. You came to this human life because you died to the placenta life, or you died to the womb life. That is what made it possible for you to come to this human life. You have to die to the placenta life to come to the human life. And death is made possible. Life is made possible because of death. And you won't the way it will come. Right? You see, I'm running a school, right? Say examination no do honor, end of semester no do honor near Kotanase. Na time and also see about teacher papers na. When you are fully prepared. And I say, you're 80% or even 75% prepared for the examination. Relax it. What you do? Come on. On prepare on na paper no. Abet ye de abero we gene boko na da honom. Ovu honom a won prepare you, won prepare. Into what hono paper ni nyama e kra na ne ho woso. Omo ne suro wu no. Ne ho woso. Ne ho woso. Sheki. She rado. O woso sa. Na paper no beto honom a ono a won prepare you. Ontimi nti say wo se wonya ahoboa papa bia. Ubohu no. Yes. Do not turn over until you are told to do so. Yeah, omokasa abrofo no. Ubehu yes ahopepre, anxiety. Opeso okohwe de aba. Say apo bia odi ye no aba. Masa. Minua. Your ho adwuma yi said ebe ya. When the time comes, the time will come. It will certainly come. You will say yes, my weird human. Yes, my weird human. So I open-heartedly embrace the death that is taking me to my higher self. Your human at this very moment. Enti owo ya bay or the numbers in a Gusua Costro. Me sure say by now, no, a drew bear 125,000. People are still dying. And you ask yourself, oh, are you on track? Whatever that you need to do here while you have this life. Therefore, we'll continue to share their views on the other things that they feel say have contributed to the demise of these wonderful souls in this crash. And then Reflective Thursday, a lot to share. Yankwa humano so na yeni patron emon koma kakra. Patron say wote menka ene bamasu.
I can guess you. Yeah. Say.
Oh, nyame adom patron na wonso e.
Why did I say this?
Good. Now we the answer na abon to akra no unyante say ja enuanu mu afiri mu Ghana for person omo ye vigil ti say omo ye bi ma lumba na e ma sangrofo ya na.
When it becomes at the phone in the name said you won yet. As the phone in him said you won yet. When I won a party, they are not a brief. The few minutes between the beer price with him, the airport was a cheap. He said, "I joke or did it? Who answer what? Second, when this one to work, I only maybe our boy."
Ubusamiana.
Say,
thank you.
Now, call it out there. I said, "I'm here. What do you do?" See, I'm here. What do you do? I would done them. I don't know. And I know what. So you people were studio and in so good about so Pentecost for immersion.
That's right.
Is great, young. Your boy was studio and the Anchakura no other because Aqua baby one so oh, Nasaka, what I don't one sorry and a pay. When you may be our coy.
Okay. What my can say dear can on dear. But said dear what wouldn't yesterday were done on the baby out. And the old wound they were done and yet they were and that you the old wound on the baby or because who Timmy Kubusan until the no crack a crana were free Nimuno, one name baby or
yeah.
It's no
also the what the other trust to move.
That's right. Na me busa say na almost obi ahwem ye nya vigil bi ma almost say ye ma lumba yi
na make say as the phone na ya na eti owo ni ya ntino e betimi happen say e be bi ama banda me no sabe ya kasam say omo ye say ufusmo me hu say omo le reefs bi no me I don't think so after this point, there could be vigil and visa. I don't think so.
No.
So almost can say said their way and Kanwa we are friendly so we out of accident before Kana see out of war. Into Nakra, did this away a top. What quiet top was and the Dan will feel, and the down will fear. Sir, when you are question we are, the dog won't quentia. Inform Befi. Two pejano, mostly Siana see, no so won't quentia was two pejano, no, Okakusi. Yan way yimpo. Oh, and so then I'm same internet into Jadi se we omen na adisi pass and so no sikasa nti sade bekwe na kane papa mu a ana amane akwanso no who out of who I anyway. Shana is Shaka Crab in a the same for they are crowded. I catch your lamp and I can't wait. Salad.
You.
Now, me come and me. Say me na no me tell. Você say o ye usiesie ho pasa o kwa koye nsɔhwɛ. Na mo kɔtena dan mu obi ani table ne index number bɔ ho. Akra me ye no o index number bɔ ho nti wonti me mfom. Ase ye de paper ne brewa. There were no anim sɛ wasua ye ba o to comfortable o twɛn. They are also the GD na the share the answer uncle here. But what none is soon good them. Now the paper also but 2 anymore. They are chop of answer. Do not turn over until you've been asked to, right?
That's right.
I was like, Sadia, that's what cost you Ghana.
Ah, now what can say a chum? It was well, Cosso, Petro. Na si yanka say yanka said that the paper na won't mean na no. You can't turn it into to
Now unumadia the sibro no what they are killing some mischief no.
Ono ne de na e
Yo me ba kuma my yan so be ba ko na mienu bi. Na every this year ko yan so e bi amantem. Iti obi don't want me late go do no ama nipa no wen so yes o chia o no de see there no ohwemu anu wa yi wo de no de ama not knowing is so we na ye na so bia ne de
eh so
le so bia ne de it is so be mu so be ni dan yo apetampe. And that's what God's back way of doing things in the capacity. So, it is a beer, and the crowd went to me. I had no channel about Baya for some reason or channel about Baya. About what the end of the whole, what the end of the whole, yeah.
And it's possible. It's possible. And yes, and yeah. If it is even one subject,
we can do it. We are not going to do it.
We can have multiple
questions. Say ya bro, say be you, say kwadro. Papa Smiley, mama in the Sabre umi ada na say wotna dwuma mu 30 days ansa na yatua wo kan. Ada na katua no a ye de ma wo say ma 5,000. Yentimi working say 2 weeks bia ye be ma wo 2,500.
But say Petron say they wo kan no. Ya ha ikura no so amanfo age akatua no busumi nso.
UK.
Yeah. Amanfo gine busumi.
Oh, UK mu gine busumi.
Yes, ebi gine busumi. Ne say omu nyina ebi gine busumi.
And then I'm free to remember anymore. I had a 1 week. Now what you packing cry?
Oh, packing cry. You daily for crowd here, and you 1 week and 2 weeks once a year.
I had a minimum daily for, but 1 week there. 1 week, 2 weeks there.
Watch out, vehicle on shoulder ahead.
That's what I'm
1 week, 2 weeks. Yeah, 1 week, 2 weeks there. And it do so. Did there be a internal plan? Mao. Washe bia se fa onsa kobo adwuma no kura ne sika. E bia kakra wo.
That's right.
Na papa Smiley say waji wo pay bia by 23rd December. Na wa for Christmas pa bia we be ma wa ana brantie. Nkito e bi ba be stress round ti biscuit no ne fanta bi be su. Na ni nyina by 28 no wa show red. It is by 31st, no, Moko watch night, no buy, no. We are beyond red. You are no over 31st January to 31st January. Offer. 1 week ya beto wonsa so she said 2 weeks you bet me I'm managing the impact could be managed properly but our people are not doing it anyway in Ghana to abese no abrane enwotwe a omo ye adwuma ma Ghana ya me ndi afofi atrire nchemasi akwanhye bi aba se me no ka sei omo nka atasefo bi o omo busuafo mo yire no no mo mba the co mu a how are they coping up with it okra busia se me ko adwuma ba okra maybe fi aba be dey lunch so kuma kwa kwada ba visa sa si Abraham make say the Ghana should be ye na eno so kyerɛ sɛ ye nipa nyina mpo na ɔmo saa ɔmo anya saa apataye no sɛ nipa na wewu no ye man of that reverence ndra metremi amenua abe ɔno deɛ na ade na kyerɛ sɛ nipa kɔ apae koraa sɛ ɔmo awu a ɔmo sɛ mete na se yie a na nyɛ ɔno nko a na ɛhyɛ that sentiment nipa no dodoɔ a obi bebisa sɛ ɛdɛn nti na enka wonua Ghana ni wɔsom Ghana man na to yɛ nkyɛm ato a nipa no bi wɔ that indifference adwumaso a yɛde ama wɔ mo no so yɛ sɛ adwuma no it may wɔ dɔba it must say they were time so ba nti mpanimfo bebi sɛ apetebie egu efu agye amade no na ho wa wie ntra
one more time sa ka bi why
I say when my boyfriend apetebie
debut ntina me so ubonchire mu kakra
squirrel
okay
yeah the squirrel say ya na ogina kokoo so na so wo we be say no wa ye se na chi no asa ye te sa chacha no so yeah na am say ananse sembi wo ho say o mana manade a sa manade say bi obi tu kwan na wo de bibi ama no say o ko afama papa smile mame je $10,000 fama papa smile mame emo me de 500 aka ho o so fa so enti ebi kura na eni ama no nipa wo je amade no wontimi nanso enam ware na wo ho nti no o de amemene fi age
o de beje
yeah and I'm say apetebie ebu efu age amade no na ehu ware ntra
so na just akwese commission na wo je wo adwuma no ho
commission na wo je ni nti no waje nema no a na ebu na chiegum the motivation factor near the commission
that's right
enye adwuma no a wo ye na eno ne ye hu wo ya man yosemu among your phone that's what we be seen in them you who say aware na wo ho no a change the bigger picture of serving mother Ghana interesting south atrida nchem na bakra ye di awre ho no kra no some don't even feel it because your reason for being there is not to serve our greater interest but to serve certain parochial interests. For Ghana and Kenya, see the rebel all in I did Ghana didn't in a politician for we are chapa. Politician for no more various ministries, nominate enterprise, more equate to me, or more decided, or much any in Alpha. Say to come to a point. There we go. What I said, there be a nipa no, you be here, assassin, and the idea, and I am put to Juma Bois the society. No, we may find ourselves wanted. Can I know and the Kiyekusi Cathedral, Yankopɔn bɛso obi da sɛ woyɛ wobɛyɛ ɔmampani asi asɔre dan ama me wonim ɛdan a yɛkɔbubuyɛ no ebi koraa yɛ nkurɔfoɔ dan o nkurɔfoɔ private companies yɛbubu wɔn nyinaa dan adan a me Ghana anaa ama Ghana nkɔ sɛ nni asase a yɛde bɛyɛ saa adeɛ wɔn akyɛ ne nyinaa fa eti going forward esi obi ayi aseɛ na obi so kaa na ɛwerɛhoɔ I believe said Ghana must stand a different way. Our politicians can do better than what they're doing. And our perception and so and also can be. I say I'm with Timu Moody, dear train, Mato Santi, and more position there. Who say no, I buy what you see, walk over be a say, did a chino dorsal. But when you're better than more, you did too many share ones, and also the same thing now. Yes, you so we are penny wa ha. I throw a woman, Miss Ukofia, I say, I want money in our own want to spark up. I say, I told me be a best $100,000 in 2 years' time. No, I could 15,000 CDs. Less than $1,000 and now less than $2,000. Now what for the copy? The young couple be seen for infant Tony for war be show. See all this we mu in a ye in nipa rere every nipa mu. And so abasa enu anoma hwe omo kwa sabe de abese no na atogan ina na ebushafo na bebom ebi awe wa kra omo achi ya rese sa de na nsibio say mechanical fault say altitude say say bia enframa bi na boy ye si e bia no before guso ye hwehwemu say de be ya bi mma bi na papa so ani papa bi tena kuro bi so papa no na o wadoma chede bi adoma chede ne se so obi wu a na wokwa yie na se a wotimi hu obi a onu so bewuo the next time onu so bewuo senka da na no a papa abante ya obone o be shwa de so obone ndwin dada ka di wu ye ka sa papa no ehwe petete kremo tumi hu se o dadi no ma so de beto so ke na no dadi no ma so ye ne vigil wo Independence Square yi onu so tumi hu se no enimidifo akunini nwotwe bi so ebekọ owo saa nimidie no nti se wokọ yie na se no woba ohunu woba no abeka kire na yere se akusua na de me hunu ye ni o obani asimasi wona beko next papa ya yes ade ya mbiri bebre en wo kire so a emfom se na so wote ho no a wo hu se eche bi ni na mwiem eche no no nko ade wu no ene na mwiem a na nidi akire sa na akwa kwahye obi ti ndi se kwahye obi ti a na chese se nipa no no wo be wu edi da ko obi aba obi ewu no mo akwayi ase wonde wote waya na se wono so wo jam abusuafo no ono okotena se o hwe nipa wo be wu next obehwe ne se eche na epu efiri etifia fam ho ba bi a eba ndi wodi na need akire ase bi kwahye nipa foforo efei na eche yi ba eche yi ba apani ba yi na ohwe ebe ni ti onu atwe ni ti
otwa ko he
na eche na ekosi se wiem kakra na ebe bio no wasre kwan Witimirika oko ina eche ni di na chi odu fie no oyi na yire wo wo bi epo no pran na akwahye mpase na de ko se na yire se aje kwase na adai se akua na de efie wura ntu akramo betu kwahye ni ti wadam wo kua
Yeah.
Say kuya na de che na abehye me abitio. Na the tentin ni tete and say obi
abewu enukre
obi
abewu obi abewu
papa bi opani kwadwo kire na ye men's ministries Abraham am kwasoro no men's ministry week na to nsafra no betu ye na wo tu ye fo no se so wo sore anapa na wo ye wo itinerary mekọ adwuma efi adwuma mefa ha mekọ dwom meyese wo wi ato efo ho nso no ye kwere Christopher edie sanso fa se ho se nyankopon so betimi afrɛ me se membeje ma ho se o de no ka wo itinerary ho a impusuo no elemete se de be bon hu no ema ne ejwon elemete timedia no so aka esoma brabo se me koi bibia betimi asi ka bira me na me ya branch e Ghana no na me pe moto pa ani mi moto mi bomu afiri a ja ha ote no ha e hyensi wo kwa no ma fa moto ko me kurom me ma me hu me da ko se ayi kwadwo anayi na wo ka wan ne nsu gujam so ano na den we so ya me ka ni bia si dabi ya ne nan kura to me ye yi na we ni nan mienu da no me ma me ani anje da ti mi di weekend ni we na me sa me che ba Sunday so me di moto na ha na me pay imre no wa na mko kra na me bo ka crash am say no me ani mani tua se ya ne nan kura itimate tofo na dia ne nan mi me koi bibia betimi asi isi a me amaso oden ensi so a medu a betemeka apa so na me tie intino ye beko
nice one
ye beko mo bia ba intime de ha na me di besina me anu me so be bo nchire mu
yo Petro enwa no se ye beko ama obi nso aide be aba na wananze sema na oto kire fa papa yi die hu kai me ba ku bi nso a mete ye na ono na o list bi a okohwe so se yemfa ne se obi ba busa na akwa akohwe list no so na wa hwe se wa hede adru no so a obewu na okoye na okohwe list no na oni kuro na ono no eda so obewu no na ye ono hu nipa nti ohwe no wa cross list no wa twro nipa kro ni din ahya ase kire se de wo be connect na de me hu nipa nti no mi twam osoro ho no na me de no akɔhya ase ho no owo nso ba ye na wo be fa list no de akɔ oba ye no so da bi me mfa wo suru bi me fa wo fom nti de opeja ne wasisa plan no enti se emre naso se obekɔ a obekɔ enti the only thing I wom any say said ye unyansafo Ishmael Tete kan or say for whatever you do think about death. For whatever that you do think about death. And also na yemudu do na yempese ebeka ho asem. We don't want to talk about it. But for whatever that you do, think about death because it will certainly come. As you think about death, it puts you in that framework. You say you have to do whatever you have to do. Say the beya. And say you will go, enjoy. You go in peace. So, yeah, can. Sense Petron, we see 1 hour now. Watching my politicians see. Buto. What do I say? Buto. Oh, after 2 weeks in arrogance and the best Asha says here. So, and yeah, can you know? Enimu ya na amanfo be say he send you wonu send you be atimi ko ama asa amanfo ni be bo mo kakra here and there. Oh, my 2 weeks 1 month me mra bo say Opete na osi ensuo to no ensuo to a oso obesi ensuo nti obesi ni dan na meboa.
Saa na omo ka no.
Aha.
Abi hu ba bi opete ko gina kan saa asem.
Ense ne wa na ya obu be ne kire ye. Na o se obu be kire ne se.
But personally na only eya mo yina na esi dan yo. Emwa no bi kura etu gu fom. Yeah. Achim a wo ye ni prepo kama no. Apatu kure. Be say emwa no bi kura so wohwe a planet no a say animal planet no a enuma bi wo ho no ma otu nkosua kogu obi de so. Na ono asɛn nkosua na obeto ya no omu nkosua no it's a very 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 identical so akoto agu obi de so na no makofofo abɛbobɔ ama no bobɔ ma no sɛ ɔkɔkye mbɛbɛ ne nneɛma no ne ade abrɛ nkwara no ama mu di sɛ ɔmo han nti ɔmo hu efu atum sɛ na anoma ba ko na ɔde ne nkosua begu mu no ɔno ne mba ne ɛyɛ akɛseɛ yeah
asi
nti no yɛn no nyina na ɛyɛ bu nti pɛtɛ sɛ wɔnsi bi a mo ya na na bosua no
Petro yebedo asi pa na samutie na oka aketua ne de no ohu ose oka bibi wa ha ose Petro some can be well. I say it depends. I take bi-weekly. My wife takes monthly. My little brother takes weekly. I say America hona or no some no oji 2 weeks. Nereje monthly. Ana ninuya bema and so ejini weekly. Na watch. So
wow.
Inti oh unse yeni see inti no. Yeah, be I say. No.
This is the first time it is a VG monthly.
Oh, America.
America. Hey, and in the mood,
sana be our na obi be say obi ohon obeje monthly but ene obi oje 1 week there no eyepe. Say no so ho.
Maji 2 weeks in a pen. Now 2 weeks, you know, Yanesi. I'm telling you, Yanesi. Say 2 weeks, we are you're about for no more. 2 weeks, you do there by 800. So 2 weeks in 800, say 1 week 400 points. Sabrina, one more weekends, if you try to buy 550. So, would you 800 and why or the name they was so much? Oh, that was about 19 years ago.
Oh. I see. Anyway, any America for dear. You, Sam, you better was it. So, I'm my patron who say America, Akwantufuo 1 month. Akwantufuo 1 month. Honor. Yanko, or one champions way. Na Kadechi, and so a more young Komokakra. Ono neti ono of a chum and a wo base na atmosphere no esitie I still some when you are no more say politicians Akwantufuo no are they still saying say omo na say they have gone beyond that. They are looking at things from the place of oneness among other things into omun kasa biwa na sese o wa na champon se wotimi kan o mutu ho e ne mo nkomo ba maso
papa jun kesi
na kareji boko de
o nyamia dum boko beautiful you ene yawoda reflective Thursday yaba na yaba yi no na chese ye be reflect na sam kese da yeso enuanom watchia omo ahwere omo nkwa enya bia me statistics as to omo awu ene no so tie me boa papa eno dey to say obi na ti be no watch bi wegu ba bi
akadachi aseme na okay ada
ya bro papa ya bro bibia mu
120 na America no say ebro sample
ebro kra
okay
I see.
Ghana hankwa kura no Ghana hanu galamse kura na yesi. Ono mu ko galamse site no kura na papa.
Enti as it stands now no me ba ma me nkyerɛ wade as it stands now no. Okay, omo a wu sisi ya no. Emra na me kasa na 120. You see drew 124,360.
Ghana dey kan ho.
Oh, Ghana dey be kan ho. And now here Ghana kan ho.
Ghana kan. Eno we so mo yom Africa kan ho.
Oh, Katachi.
Oh, papa. Omo Africa kan na we hu he fa na do be kan ho.
But one thing that I love about statistics we so and say at all times, you will see say the net population growth, it balances things. And say the net population growth says offer ya warm and wuna. Now two difference now. The net 139,000, some say 140,000 and then go on.
Unim say we just for argument purposes and I say because me say Ghana hano your population no say 30 million papa enye no correct enye no grow sense so we quote say no we accountable quote say baby amfa
okay
baby amfa kra baby brain fa eso na omo ni baby no mo dey estimate about to say 34 million no ma count to say ya fa
Karachi on say we have countries and I say amamaya death and birth registry no and the juma right
now the juma
enti the metias here the okay me the United Kingdom and Ghana de
baby we are the
na you say kasa wo de say wona wo hona wo me say
okay
me wo hono ma hono ye be register and anya ho
ana me just me bisa me ame ho
kasa Ghana de na ye adwuma ya kan sa
oh ahine wo de na ye adwuma na de bi e
adwuma enti obetimi aka ne say de me to ase ko me kasa me say even figures yi kra o makan no it will not capture areas they don't have particular more sophisticated ways or more efficient ways of keeping records of people who are born and people who die.
It's true.
It's when ebe brosa ani o kasa me no yadwen me no yadwen kadachi
kojachi ne ko ayi fabode ba tu chok ne ko ayi wale da vrungo be de na ye dia o yini hwe eri county bibia de ayi birth and death yini hwe eri bibia papa me say numbers no mo ye na ye omo di o e bibia mo no mo di no because mo de ni di omo timi hu say omo bibia omo de numbers no ko aha ye ho na de hin fa ye kon fa internet yi kura je papa wa ha na de hin fa na ya kon papa ye mo pop rough yeah, Bobo. Yeah, Mobo. The many na make us yeah, Mobo too much. The many part of make us say Mobo. Yeah, Mobo. Yeah. I see you ask the account. I see the bijay. Papa.
Hey, na Karachi. That no interesting no. And
then let me just say, I am more the age one with the fa what they be come on.
Okay. All right. Any yamfa.
A world population you come more kind almost day. World population almost say
8 billion, yeah, 8 billion.
And you know correct.
A busa
a broker. A bro baby, a brute sabibri, and you know correct. Wherefore, one customer, your mom, person, ye na, ya what ye free and come population 8 billion now can ye Africa and come. Or more fire and cook on name who did do. Wouldn't need a year off a yapo, but as if you tray you and ye tray you grass and come. I didn't try you because whom did me now, whom see a woman did not drink correct. Omun kun say woman mun leaders no mu die so no woman mu trans no mu die mu di nkomo a woman se safo we die che say ade say wo say no mu ko be di nkomo papa ntienya ya
on say Karachi I'm saying answer na say na me ka say do we know the value of data? Ewo wiase a yewo yi mu sisi a, right? Data very very valuable. Nti say ye ka me ka memo details here and there say nipa ewu nipa ya wo mo. It helps them in planning. So it helps them in planning. Now me can other details be so ho atema kire o mo kire say death caused by water related diseases this year enquire 504,491, right? Where worldometer is a world figures into no into said I can me to say into yen Ghana mfiri mu. What I say?
Oh, Africa.
Okay, obetima ka see yen African mfiri mu. Now, almost answer e kire say communicable deaths diseases death this year enquire 7,777,000, right? And see the America be a Uganda film. Why? Now, deaths of mother during birth this year. Let's say a matter a qua was what omo ewuye this year enquire 185,169. Now, young fancy I say omo this year enquire omo the HIV ni AIDS ewu 1,007,095. Enti sa data we say no omunya they plan with it.
Yes.
Enti you can plan with that data.
Papa, COVID crowd, COVID by numbers na ye nya Ghana. Udwene ho bi say we say na ye no to say den ye. COVID crowd need me numbers accurately. COVID. Yet it ya omo transia no omo de 2 bia be count 3 bia be come yi bi afiri mu na say recovery.
And Kanachi, yes, Petroman can ya no correct me or say 10 tonti. Yeah, no, Miss Ania Fagine. That's Annie Bubana. And not tonti.
Petrol said the petrol kind I
ever funny, sir, right? Whichever we know. Yet, I say a queer cousin. Now, Obi say, now me can say. Obi akoka say minister pa na yede na ashes egu kuku botom a yede koi na obi ani se de obi si ehunu ba do no de ehunu se aduane a politicians ne no aye no enu bi na omu di ni sam pempenso no enye se bia wo fa ne se nye nipa na ewu, but the kind of enema structures bi a omo put in place no enu hu bi ana ye de serve omo at their point of death no onuana a woka say no ne ya adwene
o say na dwene no de wo hu okodu no wo ka de wo ka
okay
and they say obi timi to kwan na okwam no ne oko menua ba akon na Abesha America for America be 20 years. Bune juma kama. Ye juma bibia holiday oba. COVID the time we are say things say buy of that call. That just. Or the body the ma kusu Ghana hanu. The ma into one quantity. Listen. Sorry, I when your heart attack. Oba ne ugu barrel. Ayo gubara mo chese yedi ya buy say ne ne pe e dan a no ba no na afi no wetimi complete feeling nice afi no wetimi wie bibia chese o afre fi say nuanom nkono mo kwedi eko cleaning ase mo ko fana cleaning ni mano na o ba na IT enye enipa ne pe say minister say ye bedo mo gubotum na ba bia location ade no ko ye no menye sure crash say menye sure say another helicopter will be asa akwa na bibisa say the beba say the alternative no na ye yema won no Say anybody.
Because Ojo said there was no other way. Say you put two certain structures in place. Say okay, do omugu bottom, nya bottom ni edibegu. Is that what you're saying?
Say anybody said ye be you free location here. Ya can any be the before say and fa any minister say hona and fa the means bit me yamamu for now bit me eyi amoma mokuba bi be safety papa mamu here. It is say opportunity here because this is a body na you know body na shit.
I'll let you pause there a little bit and then come in here. Oh, asemwa oni chrono kana, right? Look at it from different perspectives. Should I say?
Okay.
A krum ha you was see atoyenchem betimi asi, right? The best thing na unipa ujuna ho betimi aye is to call emergency service to come in. Because odo sakoka nipa na atoyenchem no aka no atono no na bibi isipa you were going to do something good but you will be charged for something.
Yeah, no correct.
Abe Gamanche shared a story with us over here. Say him say Switzerland as a Germany Gama be in your accident and will be as well you know or catch any panic nipana or no webra na you be you know catch any panic say on emergency service for right more hano was it jaja emergency people emergency service they are on their way coming. Right now if you live in a country Ghana now when your accident now will be you are would you be able to say emergency services are on their way coming?
And now can say enyepe.
Now until now say the structures are the people who have to create those structures no eja to hono mama ye no eno no mudi hu aduane ni bi no. That is what the person wants to say.
And the meeting na can be very meeting na because all the papa go for di nipa aburacho. On say chrono you nyina mo kan ni nipa ntimi wi ase ha na yete no eno ma ntimi ko se de ko nyina kan o mu disika do wo bi sika do obi kan bibi se obi kan ntimi se no na se ne ntimi se patron na ka se no kan ya na ntimi se no but obi kan se enye dwuno mu ye no but commission is come near free
patron kan and patron
what is it what the pastor ko di nyina no pediam no mo di ho pediam ye fa ne ko ne boom no hoje ni sa de no sepe no mudi so mo dwene me o wa hen oni da mo dwene me ho David o mo dwene ho o ma ye toro bia wo ka o ma isi wo ka o ma ya sema na wo ro ko kra ra ho to frank wo ka o ma Ghana sema na wo kra ra ho because wo go fu say na na makonta ka say wo no de on fa obi betimi what about argue the na akonta canon let's say no go fu did betimi what too much for how many years ni be PH bi na kwen papa be see PH bi na kwen bibi bie no ho betu aka se na kwen obi ewure kromo abaye bibi opekeke na okọ obi ewure kromo abaye bibi akeke na okọ yeti ye to aba ko to aba kasi we win by this margin ye for say we betu ye funu ye kra nyina support safo wi omo ba so na still se de eno mateda da na ye hu si ye ku papa eti wonu mu de we be se toro bi ya on na be share razim wife buy and then why mo so na nim nyina na se ku na den what's my tin na se me te den kan de what na me hu se matibia was what he said that me matibio matina ku o be dey what fiati what one more what you kunyuma no die because the ho na so ho do hefa kan ma minti ho do hefa kwan ye fa so enyina ye toba eno nyina na nsem nti hu kuma se someone road di some so pacha ultimately be na wotwe nyina na wanya nsuo one day pe bo kwa busum yunu na papa wanya nsuo kan ye ya ofatu kan wasemi wetima wo but vum ekonaba wina papa enkomo dini panipe wu ah me chese kono nya ejanto mana
ɛnyɛ sɛ kadakyi wo nso wo ne onua no yɛ adwene sɛ deɛ ɔma no ama no abene no bi na ɔma di no nyɛ saa
oh papa wono kwa ni bi o kan mre e bia me rephrase na me kan ni bu wodi kra nka ho Eyenwa. Sa ekono atiwa ekono yinu ko si ekɔ hwe ase ho no papa. Sa baby a plane hwe ase no. Se wo hwe by video a hwe kuro si sifati. Ye kuro organo. Hwe de kuro si sifati. Hwe baby di party. Hwe baby di pa ye to ba e wo Ghana. Hwe baby bi o mutiti. E ho na plane ko to yo. Ye nya hwi o. Ye nya hwi. Ya bread to ekono brain ye way too hard. I say sika wo bi mu for politics sika go no ni people enjoy to certain level na about 99.9% ebra ye way too much. Way too much. We are in our hospital. Near chop paracetamol. Near show him. Near true drama. We see show him. Near true drama. You want to win to me. Near pet made in Ghana. Do be at say what is a powdered form. Be there. You show me with my father. Near share up. Share draw. No board. Dear more dear. Then soon near trauma. Sunny. If you go see. Would you in the pra? A woman we see. No, we see a woman. In the pra. Sikasem so de bia me bekam sisi sikasem e wo man Ghana na enyina ne naso yi ye sikasem wo Ghana enyina ne naso yi oh eti no ma ya ma se wo bo ho modi kwa na utukwan ya na okoyi wakoye nsinsemu wo bo ho modi utukwan kwa okoye nsinsemu chese wo hu se wo bo so wo ko so wo gina wo so wo ye din because ye ma avenue bi ma wo kwa wo utukwan wo bo ho anu no wo timi nya ni je kwantimi sa ma musa kan so te me say no sa no ma yi kru na de bia papa ye ba ma so nsema ye kan no eti no ye wa ha no won sensemu mom so won sensemu ne ekwa ne ba ye kwa na se ye ba papa ye o my Ghana ne Africa ye kwa ya na se ye ba ye timi na hwi papa be si ye timi e nya hwi eti se me tru bia me enkomu ko school yi fi ko schools bi mo a ubusa say enti school pa ni ase kokobuo e die ni enso you will leaders will go with you will leaders would nam kwa ho akromu bon chese wo hu hwia be ma de be chi na wo kra no eni be ji ho se enfama wo ho me kra no emu ye kroji ebi ni musa emu kan sa enti de abrante ni kan ni die me come bia less than say bia wan kan yi na so wan hwe ni yi a be di omo saa kakran ti so mu jomo dwini yi no mo sha se tutu no yi se o wa hinu nyina ehu hia o wa hinu ne ma ehu hia efie Ghana fo ye hu hia na pay omo de mankofo no wo mu sha se pita pay no mu kakra na obi akoye aduma na de eho de usika ehu kro no 30 na 20 cities ni se die whole day you do when was can do 20 cities. No, papa, just say, who say, Abrabo no be bo wiase obai. Abrabo ben. Cement ba ko de say block, we block ba ko block no. At say block ba ko be a cities, any 50 pesos. Sika 20 cities no. Da ben na bit more bobo no say me to 2,500 blocks. O de me fan say we don't touch cement, we na tori. At my 2,500 blocks, 20 cities every day. Cement of the 90 cities. The banner 20 cities. The banner with my above and cement 20 cities. So who crab who on our girlfriend who and now it be a basset. I was a queen CS Kurana. Sika ye geno. CS no sika. Not Oban. Say your operation number now crave we are. Why he found out what G? Say 8,000, 9,000. I could try my CS and Romayo. nuru mai papa nuru nya mai nuru de keka ho nya mai no wo be confuse nuru be sa chomo so nkoto no 20 cities a day no e be wetumi ama obey ho to no ni kura yi twa no me ne na aduane obedie ene akora no so no latoji ne san mo no and the milk just say bad.
You Garaji.
We no dey tete do mu ye na omu do omu hwe ye no ma contact some shit this ne ham so wo kan na masa hwe no ma ne o ham so wo kan sa na masa hwe yeah say wo kan na wo kan because of food ade papa me say e nipa ahoche no e ti ko fu ade e kai e bit me die
onia baako bi nso ono nso na no pe na me ne bon komo saa na ono nso putu ni in another way de o kan ene se o say we hemfa aha o say if they are to rise again, may they rise in power with greater love, creativity, and intelligence. Asama unyana kai, what I say call kasem.
Say wo hunu say no koye na ojibi ni hono. O baby okuguye na kupo na pije na sad na baby. It will be o baby bi otimi no osu no wodo de ade no. O osu otimi fighting for the less privilege and also to fight for chrono. Also to fight for chrono. And what's up with the wood name because senka ebianka ye nanka ebianka no mabi wo echirenka betima boasa kenye se dugu botom yo senka ma ye no ye nyese kese se gumboto ye se muku botom yo ki ye be find a proper method bi we bi ene ka bese samu ama bi achese at least no ko ne du level bi a ye betima bi ye ne se nipa wo ye djuma mo man mu nyina ba be bi se ba beto na koko ase boto ene ye se mugu ye.
Let's say, Asam non say when we look at it from several dimensions, let's say Krum Honum Crown, or perhaps could our money emergency services be a crowd who?
Let me say, Shokune, with the video no Shokuno, Kukura Bina just say, maybe be a banning for me, Shohono,
and so ballot boss did me drew who?
Papa, me see a kotua bar. Me tell who say election time me be kan say. Yeah, election time campaign na me tackle platform and say. It is a politicians who come drive go certain areas. It no wo you okay so me campaign or one mana. How do you campaign in the area what that's what be you know. I be developing bien the kunu the papa be na matukoya go Ghana ha matukoya o. Et tu me be kasa me hu so man. Omanu abrene bre eni da so ni de bebe eni da so ni mini bebe and also we say sum sa we say sum ade tia wo no ba eni tra ko cross obo se mai enkuro go nketen e cross ko no enkuro go nketen mu ti agrade na wo hinu fi so se plani papa bi no ko papa no nya radio e free 6 o'clock ko no ko obebo sa ma de achi obebo game ni sa ma de achi so afa na kuma to no ko achi on fom ko fu o wi a oba wo tu banche etu kontomre abe ye kontomre froye ebomu no de ngogusu na nkura be 10 15 no bugu nchen o mu center de o na sisi fom tito ho se di se bibie ko so baba me kan reality na pa na akire won ye ko hwe ni ehu an mi tiri busam se da bi en wo se ba ni si en wo se ba ni si ya kwan nyina papa en ya kwan nye yensu yenum se kura de be yensu no kura de se wo no so kura wo busam se yensu ekui bayre na nsen bayre me ye by papa auto by 30-35 years nkete utwam sia bo se by na e product utwam na de to ntia wo sensi we se before we se no wo hwe by ni fifi na wo se by na asase e brown e wo fifi no na wo se by no e mu na pro ho ento be ma so wo betwam bi na by wo se mu ni nyina e ko papa we have full rough omo ya full we dey papa me so ma me come me ni be se omo ya full omo ya funu mumeni na hono krono so musifa eye krono omo ye kromo hwe no munye ni ye pa se ato aba mo ayi nansi ya papa ba yi se first accident 8 years men ka say bi o no but oba mu say first 15 eko nkura ani de wo eche makoma de yenka ansa na omo 80 mate say 80 bi kwa sa ba oba bi kura no bi na ka mti say no kura ani ye no kure ani apo ani ye nyam so ye suma manfo bi so fa popet na kwa say ye fa na ma ho chintin ye fa ji ehiamfo ne sa ji wono mo ani da so ye ma me no bompa ye sanka bi ye ma me no timi bompa ye ma me no strike ko jomu na wo hwe jom ye ma me uti so mo ne di bre because one me nya mra e do nyum na wone ne ma ne na no bi no bidi papa me de do amuti fa ye no ma ne de no ko me say me ye say oh say fine like guys with it I don't know but I know say e be dan ko people papa na ya ma o ma ne na one more di kan di o ma ne sika bebrebe many year few months ago yi o mo ne na ho no mo ye de akunya de ma mo hwe no mo trent no ma no mo na ye kam makogu ayi o mo tete won mo wi o ma no o mo tete won mahama president mahama o mo ne nimre saa sika no mo ye 60 70 30 ne 60 40 ne de o mo disika ni nyina papa o mo disika ni nyina wo wontimi twene kan ko shi because ni bra papa o ni braba o mo disika ni nyina nye 60 40 bia ne airtime wo abeka so oh si ye nya bi dabi o mo fa ni nyina bra o fa ni nyina bra papa me say wuti kem bang just every junction bia ye poto akwan bia wonam kwan bia wuntimi say just wuntimi de bia onesi break so de bia onesi break so de bia onesi break so de bia onesi break car driver see de bia onesi break so sa nem ponchi twem nem kuko twem nem di pan na mu pavement ni bia yetimi ah David papa yeni abro we dey ni brasa baba to Ghana for so pa Nigeria for so ye bring Nigeria for Igbo be free Igbo so be trem no so Igbo kingdom that day na che say eno so no lesson so koya se fufu bi adentra bola wo ye kro mu so sa bola nko o ye ni mo bi bitwa bi say bi bitmi ba e bitmi ni pano and as authority bit was something be down say ade we say then you feel on e obia betra Ghana hwe ma mencho obi timi yetimi employ foreigner e wo Ghanaian company mo a foreigner be manager or company the way we treat young kasaye Ghanaians no kra no busan say you need don't you know nipa ni treat young kra na ye di ni etito na young kasaye afa ho say report young kasaye ho masa ankofo no hey papa ya o mi donya kopon me say ya dibi da ya su de o chef foreigners omo ankasa omo managers so ko we say na de go mu treat Ghanaians e wo ko we say mo papa unjindi we can't be one to fight a cause. We cannot be you we can't be one unit. You need energy, to form unit and fight a cause. You need be when I show my mom on the crowd,
I say, Karachi, I say, me jama say, boy, and come over, I can feel, say, you would have a lot to say. But the bottom line, and they say, whatever effect that we are seeing in this happening, no, it's something that we have caused on our own. Yani ya causes are. Papa, ya cause
Papa, ya cause we say, ufi kumasi kosunyania, ufi kumasi kosunyania, Papa. E kwa no, you da ko podcast me. E kwa fie bi e di fi kumasi kosunyania o. E kwa tie bi di fi kumasi kosunyania. Emu potos. Na o kodu sunni kuro no so a, sunni kuro na da wanka kosunyania, wo san ka ye a metro town kesia say kusunyania kuro kesia. Enso so ti se bibi bie kosunyania wo no. nyina be nyina kra ho ni nyina be nyina nkra aden 60 regions mo create na kan nim say 9 10 mo be create them day 16 after them with yaw kran abato yaso bi development purposes kwa mo be for so bi sika go no mo na mo de gu mo na mo time die no ko
ada chi mem wa ho so kakra we say o ya dro we gama nchedie ni bi em say ade no question na me busa na me say akokenya ne me bu mu
matra
but ne kwan so ana no ohun said me kind we shouldn't allow this to also be a cliche and then just pass along and one it should awaken something in us. It should awaken us to something more important.
Papa won't say awaken us to something then okay na no nanka you go pile bi am kono na directing no mase o yem ko because the mimike me o wine na make me say the make me view am make ye ni be please say the same view eso so ye o ma be kam ko putting forward 70 years this and go they all know that they know it and we hold certain positions in here but name no papa ye be follow the same trend that cause na me may so be follow the same thing no you know be o ka say ye jini say any say yan kan ko say ye say ye do film ye for kan ye for mo ni sa de bi e papa and na em ya obi ko school my Ghana nyina ko school be wie national 715 cities a month. Oh, yes, 715 cities a month. Papa, she be in Palestine, baby, I'm so called Yajuma. Yeah, government now unit transportation one my branch here. And yeah, Baba one. But if you because oh, where the year, yeah, a couldn't more, Papa, a couldn't more,
you. Karachi, yeah, more homeless. Why?
And
one once watch the wagin fefe na yanko of a chumberma eso we Albert I come to you why na ja kwesi buache onso ato aso enti offer so ultimate kan bamaso so over switch phone na I'm say the device no we no kasa no phone pa correct send you be an make say device we come say a particular device we na out the fra ya de bia make say o kasa no phone no if there's a possibility of you switching right away to a device the one that we often hear you very loud and clear on so nafi nka yetima to yi fefe kama as of guess on with that one mama he say
yeah
afi de tonka nice one
yeah I didn't catch you
beautiful na offer say one kasa de ohun ye
papa
na esan say when a part of the whole is doing okay and other parts of the whole is not okay no you being the part doing us okay is not okay no you have something to say yes sir
papa
okay
yes
offer and then reflective Thursday boy nkomo we dey nietie what nkomo ni bia fine me wa
na tie na or wa hine champo wa esenke ye boy nsema wa ka mensem ni nyina so akene nyina ma me si kunu wa dey any that so ni be bia some dey because both about the past 33 years MPP and NDC two criminal woman ball mine ya man to and on one so e to bia no akodi ba ko e na dey was kunu mo dey heba bia enra atoyen shimsi enwurem ho a elupre helicopter akoti so ye wo ba ya de camera no kokrom ho a sana nkrom kitwa ni nyina tie basa form brown and chancing down who nipa tete wo mo ye Ghana fo ada ya ye to aba wo beti se obisa MP ye de ballot electoral commission e ko to aba e wo MP a wo te parliament ho abi tete enti sana tie ya ye ho sa for so many years o it is what be ban was ya boy way ya de way about that I was he I didn't imagine can you come as in the Cape Coast and one. Maybe I see we see at the real sense and the tea and come out near. Why dear, then some okay, Yamnamica. The okay in Yamima can't, so. Yeah, not until you busa say nti tamwa wo busa bibi say enipa o ma share say asese o magu koko woto thank you for me ekufa de ba so akra ambulance every district be our ambulance na no ahu bi o yi no wana ma koko boto nti clinic kura wo ho ana ya chese nipa eti ho e ma no bi nyinsa ni ekọ afuo ma adwuma bi ani oto sori a wonyem kura no afa kenten aso na okọ afuo ma okodom bank e na oba o de be ba apesi adi. That's a war canwa. It is a work population statistics. We see again what do what in years and yanka ye free. Minute me tell me three, so I don't try to be bumkana. Empty one to me, while mamma quiet. Let me come on the two. Mamma no one the bows are quite more a helicopter anti-toy. Wa walk colani on one mammy phone beat me jia walk. Wa walk colani not to contain. Into what mean until Antibefia no. Na the beer will be our cost 7 or do side 2 what the BDA what tro and the date what they good down at a comment the BDA what tro or good date a good down. As I statistics we the cast our global one papa now can one. When the course are good ya helicopter to ya will be a young tro good guy BDA natural.
Of June. Penny be a minimum or say as I'm pass the power as I'm pa esri.
BDA pa or school this are 3 into 3 class 7 and 6 no I trust 6 BDA na statistics when I say global population statistics. Oh why was here but he got a free was Africa you free. Yeah no yeah no mafa but it be a Ghana population this year was this no more 2% be from add 1% to be near finance so why go be free United Nations and UK by your course maybe helicopter to Toya you would need power quite ye more dark and tame we did be na tro update go down sure Oya nene wakasa ba betia ba stressa
Indeed, offer in your view, no, the SC, no, oh, a dear any dear, was a nyane away, to know Bruno what and what should it awaken in us.
That's it. Very simple. And no matter ye triple a day, you should buy a bit before Ghana for a bit before ye 3 more day. That's how yet that day. I didn't be a catcher say. Rooted in our cultural construct. Sani ya mamreni ya maniera you see and tongue. Sani ye trimu soon a day into development party. A man on your poor, sika resources for manu. There be a minister government here because we are not governing ourselves well. We are, of course, it should not happen. Yes, just here say resources, if it is managed well, near the etrimoding any greed it won't say. Near the social spectrum, yes, ye Timmy Nanka Ubia district be a yanadi kakra. Sab Rofi do honor and now playing to toy and the bang room honor. Clinic could be no be at the next clinic is our best 10 miles and the car just offer for no. Why? She's care walk over here 10 fairly 10 regions, a woman in the 16 regions. I see a check. With a socialist thinking policy, as will be prepared. But we don't do that. Sad district, when you know, say a dear Obuasi district, one, I want to gold mine, the cocoa, forest, so play no, about I want a thick, huge forest, green, tropical green forest. Until we are no Bordeaux banner, man can when you know, bring a canteen, a form. So it is not poor, it's the management, the processes. To manage the honesty, the principles, governance, the BIA hinges on certain principles, transparency. Now, honesty, integrity. We are a public servant. You are coming to ask the people in that villages to vote for you. Say, Ube bring it development. Masa,
for the past 33 years, development we ain't sure. No, we should MP or at Parliament from that maybe a helicopter tutorial. So one, your behavior, who was at the end of the year, a bit to bring it in. And you also a greediness, wickedness, and selfishness. And also, it's in our DNA. I've been how many years have I been telling you, sir, most Ghanaians, more than 80%, we are genetically congenital liars. And yet, said, helicopter to America, my car can't 2016, my car, when you see away, and it's true. It's here, and if every name say, but you have to, says, I didn't say, we see evidence to who some say, dear, just that we have to look inwards and we must change our attitude. So, on the 5th of March, about 12 midnight, 6th of March, in your independence, in 1950, Kwame Nkrumah Kasawo, Old Polo Grounds. What can I say? The black man is capable of managing his own affairs. But we must change our attitude. The attitude, you should nearby. But a difficulty, you say, your mom and your man, so fight against that discipline. No? And I say, hey, we are open, we are back to Kodia, and then I brought into Koya Abaya Juma. I say, hey, Confucian Burma, and there were a DC, or Boasi, which you are now, which are penny of coffee. Now, Ukoya Abaya Juma. And the red no, as soon as you are, or see them, you know, I bet you might know the one I've ever gone as well. Penny pa would Nimian Sankes with 2 follow. Or back to say, I buy you my papa dear. Oh, yeah, a balance is anti Bradley, she die, baby, room and son. One more Nimian son, be a CB. Will be this a crop, you say, away a Kwame Nkrumah minister. Oh, yeah, no, what 26 houses all over Ghana. Kojobo show was by the same houses. Kwame Nkrumah or CPP independence band would need one house. Or no dream will be out. And then boys, yeah, baby. A babies with sharp teeth, Samia Wuku, and a Eugene Ahinum, a war, a Kufani, one who were dying 2-3 houses. John Kuma Wu last year. We know we did 46 years. No, see dying a cost of $2 million. 46-year-old. Now you say so is the greed genetical away your DNA mono or the can see dino before say will be free abem no or die baby no miensa the issue. This is what everybody is doing. And you see here build this democracy and your culture no we would want to do the right to say the Kwame Nkrumah one would need die back okra. But on ministers crowd be no so papa with they won't see that ampa we need die. The year fatia no buy papa ko see do the man on baby a try. So and then Akwantufuo do no 1 million your ministers here what parliament woman now would die me room and some be room and some it will be crowd abroach. Yes. So your culture no and ma kwan and ma democracy big change no and ye juma. Dollar ade minu nyanti ani who say Sisila Dapa over $1 million cash a good them plus some euros and then pounds baby you feel your bank. She was not alone. Only the young one who other ministers in will be quite more than $100 million. Ya packing akobu abuchi. What they call none of that. What to America also yari or Mayo Clinic. What and how do you see Chroma be? He's gone. You see, a yen subai. Who better UK that what is a minister be well we are Sikadia Kogu American bank. That's a game over them. We don't punish wrongdoing. Your culture also a Kwame for the way system no doso. We don't punish anybody. And people are warm air body no don warm doso. Wouldn't say well yeah you for the now to 2028 a betwaba if you are not done I was here yen chemni si die or tot dan crab UK the tobacco US because 28 Nibiana Abana Sisana MPP about power. So almost started tot dan UK and US. Yes. Virginia no UK many atibobo community see me MPs won discover better to die or London Manchester. Yeah 1 year do so it's coming out to free her. Says kind of case you develop baby brofu ye do no aircraft helicopter to tall ya when you know me say still more fit and the down ho basa ne room. Scaling ya packy and ya big and no none of them will be punished. And I just I call for attack. For the past 33 years here, this Fourth Republic, MPs nya pakisika hard currency and necessary say Bank of Ghana who call a winja bi that just all call abuchi wo e wo nkrofo e dem who call bi fi obi benya $50,000 $1 million e wo fee yeah one year governor Bank of Ghana. So it's a cultural construct until or unless we are able to change our attitudes, attitude also since independence Kwame Nkrumah cry which is 68 years ago. Okay, say we must change our attitude in changing Kwame Nkrumah wa fa hu ye tu no de awe ho akowu obi maso and I think what they are no Canadian can produce and there are more criminals actually produce woman they still pie the public space produce they are a chicken feed. Yes. So ubusamia the American a dear near Bayer Bessisa and Sisa. This say ye yano said the American be say we need a people's uprising. Yeah, a CBC war the end of the 17th century in Europe. Now yeah the intimacy because you need enough educated population. Still, you need educated news. And there is a new subculture created in Ghana. Apart from working class, there is a subculture below working class, very poor people. One the door so. And you pass to Usika sa, what's him sa? I think you become timid. Demonstration by now, Kobia. You can, hey, coffee. That wouldn't see a nibi. As my baby would have better you and you I'm not nipa to do. I yet timid. Because when we are so poor, who papa nibi, who mammy nibi, we knew what we knew bia, and just say amen, and I'll buy us some, dear. Will be higher timid. And a few people who grow horns, long nails, no boom, left, right, and center. So to touch, it will have to take another group of people, one year strong to confront these bunch of criminals, one hijack everything in Ghana. One more MPP near DC. Yeah, but to about one year sika ya packing car to be a 1 million cities. 200 cities no dey etiche. Ya chamba sign class for na wo brofu ye dunu baby no have sika ya packing car to be a 1 million cities. 200 cities no dey etiche. Ya chamba sign class for na wo brofu ye dunu baby no helicopter. And obi oti wo 200 cities no ti NDC. Say ntimi stop we. Sa asa we see say no mo koye meet o say the empowerment the community mining. Ni nyina ya galam so de atumi di fufuro. Mining da yeti we ye papa no ye ngome me 77 na you two gold wo ha a goldsmith ye started just about 20 years ago. We are there in Kataso cocoa farms in Ghana. You butuno essay bibia. That is galamsey. I started within the last 20-25 years. Yeah, before that, name you. Then you and I can't hope. And then Bahama crowd would have been dead by now. What Nananka, what aircraft to me. And the meetings be cross on to Anko and we'll run in Pabwa. Emma Omanibo, my defense minister, and what from Accra Air Force Base Airport to where who flights said the player me ko Kumasi. A tram say me ko Kumasi. 35 minutes. Kumasi no boss the same we two free Accra within 35 minutes, less than 30 minutes team. Not playing at Yahweh ejad the woman in our shape 35 minutes. One much say suit. Yakoyesa meeting community mining in Nina Galamsi are trying to make it look good. Now you are torn the amount gold board. Gold board is not buying gold from Newmont, a big company, and AGC. No, the two of their our estimate, the Kwabuchi. Nina, a buying some gold, they are buying from Galamsey sources. That is it's Galamsey, MPP near DC. They would never stop it. Obiaka was almost on before Mubwa. They do 7th of December 28th, year 12, almost a Galamsey is still there. I could find the cabbage 8 years. What's me and there? Who tells you 4 years? Mahama will be me. Then to what? Ye cultural construct, ye can correct, ye congenital need 3 more thing, ye selfish. This air cranas one and know who ye and I say we see ye, Rofi, you know. 2028, it will still be there. A home food through, call my dad, who you know, call to say, and trauma, Nipal nice is form, one way a clinic in New be any hot side, tia, sana, I had the data, about 12 size, development back, Ukraine. It's nothing there. And such a, say be all over the country. Yes. There's nothing, Ghana, there's nothing a year 21st century because women on the government country, they are wicked people, selfish people, the whole encounter, and say, why a district? Yeah, Chisika be called to develop Ghana, but they are not thinking about it. And Nipa, MPP for her, NDC for her, and area hope. It's so bad. Look, and the crowd say we are not governing ourselves well. Full stop. The two parties are not doing anything. They are governing for themselves, for MPP. They are not developing for Ghana, corporate Ghana. No, they don't care about us.
Yeah, but that's it. Yeah, but that's the so in the second round, no, you may have a lot to say. We'll come back to you. Why? Thanks a lot. Now, and you know be, I think some who saw video no, and so Ebi. Now, in that video no, I'm say Mutala Mohammed, Alaji Dr. Mutala Mohammed was talking about the fact that anyone who dips his or her hand in public, the public purse inappropriately in ways that is not allowed, no, on the judgment day, no, the person will answer to God. He will answer to all the people who are affected by whatever that he did. Very, very laudable statement to make. And they feel say, oh, no crowd here, no, T said they all say uncle or you good and us will be good. I didn't know. I deal we say a cocoa no. Now uncle to perhaps one more. Be a woman there. On the assumption say all can no be right. Now go to woman be a woman do a monza sometimes we may not understand the dynamics of this life that we are all a part of. Sometimes no obi in someone be a all so because we are all inseparably linked with one another. You may think say or no sa when you crown and was be and direct consequences na also face ye. Right? But it wouldn't happen that way because we are inseparably linked with one another. We are remotely associated with that person. You can face the consequences of that action because hey, we are linked with one another. And see, idea we are as issue that are waking us to so many things. And see, now me catch say, some said me kind not necessarily say be a holding someone be ana obe facing someone no consequence would ye. Ye war or my gun you say the average population, right? They may be also facing the consequences of some decisions the politicians are making in the country, right? They are facing those consequences. And this should be a wake up to even the very ones say we have the likes of Mutala Mohammed, per what was shared in the video. I know all kind. So we have the likes of those individuals in there. They should continue to campaign. They should push further because you may be that very wonderful soul in there, but because of someone's action or inaction, and because we are inseparably linked with one another, Ubi to my Ghana, we are born a brabo kama or be fine, but because of certain decisions that are being made elsewhere, now, one could face at Chembi because we are inseparably linked with one another, and none of us is living in isolation. Yentisania Manase. Bibi ebe fine. You see, on another level, sometimes you may go to certain places. Now, because of say Yanka Asamoah and say any other prominent person be in our country. Obi who say, oh, you come from the same place as Asamoah. They accord you some kind of, they give you some beautiful relationship. So in that density. But Samoah be a Samoah be a TV soon be a bobo and I'll be huno. And in a similar vein, Samuel Jan, and so I could din some money or baby, as I was soon cabin who chafasa. That is how we have to look at life. And we have to understand this life from that perspective. Say, we are one with each other. We are one with each other. And the actions of another can cause some consequences for me to face as well. That is how it is. Yanko wafabet is way. Na wafabet. And so NKB. Akwasi watch. Maybe I'll right after wafabet intino. Just warm yourself up for me. What it? Wafabet. So what team can we ready? Bamazu. Okay. I'm so wafabet to person me call Jakwasi watch. So in Jakwasi watch. Mute ho. Yamonko mokakra. Bamazu Jakwasi watch. Eya watch it me ga.
Opening Jonka.
Any Bamaso. Beautiful. Naboko dear.
Oh, Radia Drum, Papa, you.
Yamiasi.
Let's ask them 2 years. And send me Brian Mutala, you know, question beside nothing, Papa, no bony ding. We can't blame all the politicians all the time. But they almost so nice to be Korea, my Papa. So, yes, yeah. Enti can't. A career woman. Now, question Abusa and me, and I mean, they say, which one you be the bass? A dear, and your my ye, a hunsun so. O Mutia Honkai.
Oh, yeah, Tonka, cause why? Yeah, Tonka.
No crap, Papa. You see, on say, Ukrauka say, woman who say cause and effect. You know, I took quiet. I'm penny for crowd the abbey book catchers and no big deal and no one which. Naya, dear me, and say, what's that? I may say, I mean to me from some young penny for an uncle. Papa, ni pa omudi animu ekro mu nyina obi atuko aba abrochire pen o ba meetings ba conferences because somebody DC na mitwita si years ago ofa bi na no mu di nkomo ana o mu busa question na no mu kasa na o yesi just street and am so sebi omu dae kra na omu enso toye na omu ahu se nsu ato na ade chi ya nti papa yampanifo bebree omu ahu se fomafo intimene bra na ya adwene se noma a omo adua no on sa afi e call money na mo ye eya owo de but owo ba so that's when o ka say when ye fa say ye adwene ye ho akoya bra bom ni adwen kese mu de a e fa ba bi no me mutala no ne nipa ba ko bi ewo mu ni asojafo bi e stand bi ko sam no na eya sabi mu na nke ewura mahama ko bi a ya na bi ka say oye nipa sin obi just or a president, fine. Yeah, my according is for a president. And then radio station because we didn't cast some case a better part. Kono wubia. Anka is the same as someone kono mako wono. Omo ye nipa se ono just ya to aba no di anim. This is one pass papa se omo tenase. No omo ADD no omo say koya no. We crocodile tears no omo share dey. Let me ya. O say Crossy picture and more can they don't see a free cross in the BIK. The same thing or why as much as why one. We have to sacrifice everything. And we also some more can about to the draw. And if you want to make me say be about to be a call. Yeah, Papa, the question is Ubusa say, were there any other alternate routes? Normal people normal to tune yanka. Helicopter we infant two coin, so Akwantufuo way. But and I'm saying, oh, office will make my using, And to a moment quite chilly. DNF first and come for our African word go see Kumasi. 30 minutes. And now I Obuasi coin and that's what. Obuasi coin, pa Kumasi to Obuasi. Came loop 45 minutes. but nam sɛ ɔmo nwene yɛn ho nti no ɔmo wɔ tenant so presidential jet kora no ɛbɛyi so ɛlikɔ no nti no yes obi nka sɛ obi papa ngu but owó ɔmo wo ni deɛ mi deɛ no mo bu ha obi wusie no a they deserve it. I'm serious, Papa. Just say until say galamsey adeɛ a yɛaka kan yɛn no ho da road no ɔmo kɔbɔ sɛ bi ho nyansa di kan Papa kyerɛ sɛ Nyankopɔn kasa kyerɛ ba yɛntie aho edunsia no ɔmo wie kosi nsa afɔ obi a yɛayi ti nkɔla 16 ɛwɔ pama panyiwa ntoma nkase ɛnyɛ 1 day of mourning. That tells you a lot about the people who are leading us. Selfishness. Person men come na for mo nyini ye ho. I say ka mo na yi, e ka mo ho nipa de. Em ka say omo a ye gya omo wa kire na eme ya. Nam ka say omo wo ni de eme ya papa, me nya me nye nipa. Because nipa bi wu. Kuma se kwan. Ene yentimi mfa so. Efi so mo timi fa plane. Ebi ni so mo nim nyansa. My program we are to hold that. Edi na si mu kwan sa de na eden na bo a mo de omutimi fa kwan bi koda akrum ho ma ade kyen because omo anya ade ye omu ni adaje nti papa na me ka se mutala no ni udwene ko ba bi sa papa ni se da bia na metie so parliamentarian floor na me pene kasa pa ya wono kwafo wi mu baba akofo ko wari aduro edin eni ene ntimi de nka ma panyi ko bia ka na be me de pa. To be honest, because we be too sana.
What's it say? What's it say?
See a man penny as who could be business here no sign.
Oh, there we say. And so I said, "Could be a cabaret that I don't seem
I
to."
know can't know we are papa. They are making the decisions. First, I cry nice will be busa where will be to a crowd. We are saying Mahama Mate, papa. Just a book. Oh, yeah, na, yeah, and yes, so more one. Would there be a como beko, papa? Me, I make us be a nebina now. Okay. Me call bonfire, but there be a bonfire catch them. Your enemy master. Yeah, America, honey. See, thought that traffic with me will be true. The papa me name me map school be a papa and I'm not my bonfire. I said, right this. Yeah, papa, my call a bonfire, so I'm a bit share with you. Your Buffy are near there, right? Anybody can die at any time, and you're going to first one. That's the point. What's wrong with another only you say, as a papa, and can you power bravo? Obia say no, no, because we are called Malcolm, Samutia. Yeah, none in the back up vacation, Oko Jarepo, and soon far no away. Papa, no obey Jare, no war, where we were burning. Papa, Obia have walk on the family and necessary because I made to myself one thing, me call my. That's all. But dear Yanni said, Omunim, the also Omu yen omunye. And then money ye, Jana, ya can. Sabi munim nyansa kra Ibrahim try your buy akola kito already o ye ni kuro no. At times papa o bet kan Ghana say na panyi twumo ka no galamsey no emwaye. This is Mahama ni wood Mahama so de ni Mahama no ebi no say nipa nwotwe awu. So mbekọ so akọ galamsey ni hunu aso mu ntimi mfa nyansa bi mfa adwempo bi ensi ho ni bibia. It's up to them. Nye de ebe hunu papa ebe hunu ma kese we kromo pa ebe na mi kan kwalanke to teenagers dunsia wu na ga se hunhum no masikwa no masikwa papa you know what I'm talking about o bob buy we o can like new life ministries you know how it works cause and effect obedience na ka se nyankopon to de ntina ka se the word karma to bo cause re bafom yan ka se obi papa ngu obi maami ba senka papafo nwotwe if they have been able to make right decisions ama corona this could have been avoided. Helicopter where you find too quiet for emergency purposes. I guess helicopter already too quiet because I'm saying it's not an alternative thing for them to even someone the too quiet. By now, someone to a normal yin. Sebi a hand time. Common sense. Nyans and permanka offer commercial plane kusi kumasi. Now I fa car fa kwamako. Ba omo penin tem. A branding helicopter kofa low flight ɛfa fam helicopter yɛn fa nkɔ mmea nnua ne adeɛ de nam kurom come on now ɛtɔ da adeɛ bi wɔ yɛ na yɛ mpanimfoɔ no asɛ ɔmo nwene yɛ na ɛgya woka ɔmo asɛm a adwene atumi asɛ ante sɛ bi a na ɔmo da sumie so doctors mmoa mepɛ papa ɔmo anam no asɛm pa doctor mmoa so mama politics adidi yɛ mu a hwɛ sɛ presidential plane ɛdeɛ nti na sese mahama ɔde ne nua plane etu kwan meanwhile ontimi nye bold nkasa mede me nurse for plane na ɔsɛ yɛtɔ foforɔ simple wotɔ plane foforɔ a presidential ebetumi kura si ɔbo ase airstrip ne so papa ɛna mekɛn enyankopɔn ɔyɛ ne nneɛma bi a yɛnte aseɛ sese a ayɛ nipa nwɔtwe atɔ baabi a ɛkɔ ɔmo ani no so ɔmo besua biribi afiri mu a that's fine saa ne deɛ bɛka o na nka tom sɛ hwɛ bɔtɔ no kurafoɔ no na de maa ɔmo koko bɔtɔ no fi sɛ ɔmo paa de koko sogyafoɔ wɔn sɛ hwɛ sɛ farmers no kura na asa afa bodies no wɔrɛ asɛ na ɛwɔ mi kaa papa tɔda awudwu na adeɛ mu a ewiase mmaa nyinaa hwɛ emergency ebi na aka yi yɛ ha wunya accident a yɛn nyinaa yɛ first responding wuduru hɔ a Virginia law untimi ntwamu by the accident no ɔsɛ wugyina hɔ na ɔfrɛ kɔfim sɛ yɛn mpɛ so because ebi a yɛn training wokɔ so nipa no ebi a na onwu a na ne ba ebi mu wokura bɛhia ama no wakobu eti na ɛsɛ wodi accident ni si a wuduru hɔ agyina frɛ cars bɛɛ 2 or 3 bɛgyina afei mo a maka deɛ mutimi kɔ na kyerɛ sɛ yɛde abɔ yɛ ho ba nti papa m deɛ mɛka ne sɛ owuo bi ada owuo yɛgyina yɛbɛwu na kyerɛ sɛ kwan bi fa so bi wuo no na ɛyɛ ebi mu yɛ asɛ bi a ɔmo fa so ɛba na nka ɔmo toto nneɛma bi sɛ nea obusa question no na sɛ ɔmo de sua biribi a afei ɔmo bɛtoto ɔmo nneɛma yie ama saa nneɛma wɔ ebi ntu yɛ bio but deɛ ɛma hu sɛ ɔmo nyɛ ne sɛ how many times na ɔdɔ na circle nsuo mfa yɛ papa kana sɛ no ka uti be ɔta ne nyinaa yɛ ayɛ abubu ne yɛ de bia yɛ sɛ deɛ but to me deɛ ɔmo wowe no ɔmo sɛ ato yɛ nyinaa owuo bi adan owuo ɛya but sɛ ɔmo toto yɛ normal yi a this death crew owuo na nka ɔmo betumi afa kwan bebree so ani sɛ nka to ɔmo because in the first place adeɛ a ɔsɛ adeɛ bi ayɛ no mɛma adeɛ ne nyɛ deɛ ɔsɛ yɛ ɛnam sɛ ɔmo nim sɛ deɛ ɔsɛ yɛ biribi nti na helicopter si ame for helicopter ɛnkɔfa ɛmfɛntu kwan kɔmra quick ɛne ɛnɛ ɔmo fa plane kɔ Kumasi ne na ɔmo akɔsi Kumasi afa ka ato aso akɔ ɔbo ase ɔmo ase abɛsi nkwe akwanhyia wo hɔ bata de wo ha what sɛ I say papa na me tu kwa be let me give you a certain story because we anka me will be said okay me tete say me tie baako na a little ayibu na esi mi so kɔsesa kɔtɔfo for kɔyɛ say dam so Connecticut me to makwa ba say time me the driver no say pam the car no kɔ Connecticut me ba me bedroom New Jersey Turnpike ne so me family nyina ticket me titoa so they see gbugbu no kram ka say me na bibi for me be na car no tie baako no so ho
Yeah.
say me kuma busua na nka me ami jimi mfumso I'm using this as an example. I knew the right thing. I could have just go and buy a tie say unim say man yes ade keke na afre kwan mu na me de spare tire share na afre me straight tire me de be drive from New Jersey Turnpike in South Virginia with my family, you know. I have to go to the nearest place
tie shop
tie.
kutua kɛseɛ
Because you can see me kwa ba me kura cast come can say this me share say the tie na see abobɔ ne ade no be hwe ni nyina wan hwe a say me top be 4 ni nyina assistant set no. Papa,
ntɔkwa ketewa a wɔsɛ nka bi a wokɔ ne ntɛm na wogya ama no da hɔ no mu a na abɛyɛ kakraka wɔ so
yes ɛna ɛbɔ me kɔkɔ so ɛbɔ me kɔkɔ ma adeɛ no yɛ na me kɔ me organize wa akɔ check it ba bibi twa mu nam so mu de yɛ nkɔmra ɛkɔba no ma bɛsesa papa that 30 minutes bi a me bɔ try no we could do 3 hours or baby sa akɔbɔ ɛka fun bi a me de ayɛ me lesson that's how Ghana for yɛ tie ebi no me de my example dey say me ma saa de to me bio so the developer let's go yɛ penny for no saa na akɔyɛ ɔmo yɛ mpa one nim sɛ bi na agye to mu kɛ ambulance bebree saa kura na se bi kura ɔmo ni chip compound wɔ hɔ Those are the things. A cheap company is a facilities in one broad in one brother. Me say I have ambulance at 15 minutes. Who wants ambulance about 4 or 5? Not police 4 cars 3. I miss you. And yes, you can just say I dear omu and no be near ye. Meboa. I thought them no be a do no more catch us abroad. I'm say yeah, omo do a church yentimi omu kasi yentu. Man I'm say yen pese beto omo. Dubai president in here say shaking here so obese America. And then what develop when the whole tourism go away. Dubai want my yes, obi etima bi aso betima nti me catch them me na me sister argument and Nkrumah was the first person who made the world look the first natural man-made lake in the whole world, River Volta. Nkrumah onye bibini. That's what you saw now you need to meet Frabro for say betima idea we. It's a concept. Me plan it to.
That's right. Yo, I just watch it there. Me brother was say me the first part in this in the for twaso. The second part in the banner.
So where you go after passion neighbor.
But always say my soldier and to the aka say mubobomu fine. Right. Beautiful. You see, when you reason from the perspective of life, you see, you'll understand certain things, not fully, but to a greater extent. Just once again to Niana Bia Wakase, Adentina Mutala Muhammad, Ubia, it is all can maybe correct na onumumna also wako, Ubusas Adentina yo Maneboama. Oma person omoko extreme no crano, etimbubu din, the very ones who should have died. But the truth is, we don't know the entire story. Right? We don't know the entire story. We feel that the very ones who have died in this incident, perhaps are not the very ones that are supposed to be dying. But you don't know the entire story, do you? You don't know the entire story of their lives. So, the death has happened. Whatever learning that we can pick out of their death is what we should be focusing on. Let me say, my emotions are taking total reasoning. And when the emotions set in this way now, yentimi in reason to get solutions going forward. But you can't catch it. Say there was a place in London on the A40. Now there was a lot of accident that was happening on that stretch of road. And what they did was the cameras ABCC kwano so years ago the cameras in ABCC one still enough people were dying. Accidents were happening because nipa say obebe camera na your man warning say you are approaching the speed camera and obebe na eja we titia brake so opa speed camera no ho na hwem waseti aso no woko. And they realized that it wasn't enough. They went a step further. And the average speed check cameras buy. Now the average speed check camera a calculator say if you entered this stretch at this time and you go averagely at this speed you get to that end or that other side of the stretch within this space of time. If you get there before that space of time, actually say you went over the speed limit, actually we are. So people became very cautious. Now on the A406, those are the very ones who are in London now. Most of the parts of the A406 now, average speed check zones. But nanu ya okofa baby. Average speed check. Oh, who ya na edino. Aye, but chairman. You say average speed check zone. And to amo check averages let's just say afano. It's 3 year. Na ebro so kitu binti ya no ye mo akokos. Ye ma points. Enti awufuo ɛkasa kyerɛ yɛn ate asefoɔ as to how a yɛn ate asefoɔ yɛnsi mbɔ yɛ bra, but once again yɛ na yɛaso asisi nti yɛnte deɛ wɔn ka kyerɛ yɛn. Sɛ yɛ adeɛ anka yɛbɛtumi ne anuanom a nwɔtwe a ɛfiri mu yi ɛbɛtumi adi nkɔmmɔ on the other side. Oh menua monkyerɛ yɛn deɛ asie ɛdeɛ ne yɛnsua mfiri mu, ɛdeɛ ne yɛmfa yɛaka akyire no yɛmfa ntoe kotodwe mu ne yɛmfa mmɔ yɛ bra, wobɛte deɛ ɔmbɛka akyerɛ yɛn. Nti si a sɛ yɛbusa wo sisi a sɛ fa wo ho sɛ mensuro owuo deɛ ɔyɛ deɛ abɛwu, fa wo ho sɛ woka 8 na ɔmawu no ho ana yɛn ate asefoɔ sɛdeɛ artificial intelligence a yɛbusa question yɛn ate asefoɔ yi yɛbusa sɛ deɛ asie yi ɛdeɛ na wobɛtumi aka akyerɛ yɛn na yɛde abɔ yɛ bra asate asefoɔ yi ano ma yɛn. Fa ne sɛ wo yɛ saman a wawu sisi a wawu woka 8 no ho no wawu ana yɛbusa wo yɛtumi ne wodi nkɔmmɔ ne yɛbusa sɛ deɛ asie yi yɛn ate asefoɔ yi ɛdeɛ na wohwɛ a wobɛtumi aka akyerɛ yɛn sɛ yɛnyɛ na agya deɛ asie no yɛnso yɛbɛtumi abɔ yɛn ho ban going forward. Yi saa question na no ma yɛn. Why? Yeah, no man, pa. Thank you very much. Thank you very much at all. Yanko ahoma no so bio. Are you a hifa? I can see you or I'm so can see you no. Right. And yeah, him say ebe bombard you and bombardier near be. Right? And then I hand over to a jahen. And ti bombardier. Yankwe, Bamaso. Now so boy yanko kakra. Bombardier, okay, Bombardier 1, Bombardier 2, Bombardier 3. Wrestling, and Sabo home and son, 1 and ye. And yeah, Abby, Yanko, Bamaso.
Yeah, Papa Smiley, I drink it.
Good. Sabo Cordier.
Charlie. What can I say? I've been busy so far, but I'm okay now.
Okay, all right then. And you with me near Bonkomokakra. Oh,
yeah.
Okay, all right. And yeah, what do you need? Why?
You don't have any question?
Abi, and I'll buy and come out. You didn't. I won't hear.
Okay, Papa Smiley. Okay.
I don't have any question. Won't you? I won't hear. Now you're saying to young Kabu.
Yeah, I haven't heard of any question, but I can based on the letter.
No, okay, all right. Now, then let me pose the question, right? Yeah. Yes. Whatever is happened yesterday, and I know be actually one adwene kama ewo ho, right? Na me busa say the SC no, what should it ignite in us? And then I will say enyane ewo yemu. Na onua bi say aduane a leaders ano no enu bi na anuanom a omu enya nkwanhyia edi na se wohwe se de obi kan se minister mu apa na ye de nensunu agu koko botom na ubebusa se enya bia sa kurom ho no mo emergency services ana minim se wo na kan say there was an accident somewhere in is it Switzerland or Germany or something. Now will be say or kobo nipa no ka chen say my friend
Germany.
Say my friend stay there. The emergency services are coming now.
Yeah, because
which part of Ghana now be accident? When you accident, you be confident enough say a man for be you no be over catch up say my friend leave me here. Emergency people are coming to take me. Which part of Ghana would you have that confidence to say that?
It is not in our. We don't have such a thing.
Okay.
So it will not even occur to you. But Smiley.
Person to answer. I say me young boy and answer question.
Okay.
And now Onyane say, whatever. The people are assembling at home, no, they are tasted, no. The Yanwa and almost when you be our moody, right? And yep, and one no moody be. A beach, I say, Mutala Mohammed, no, well, Mutiti and someone on the Anka or a very reasonable among other things. But said,
to be honest, to be honest, if you listen to him,
Yeah.
He's very down to earth.
Yeah.
He's very reasonable.
That's right. That's right.
And he's jovial too. You know, he speaks patois, you know.
I mean, who's that video? No,
Yeah.
right? Hey, and then I say, said the idea as long as we are inseparably linked with one another, no, not necessarily say, nipa na ebia, ono edi ensem bi no ono an ebe face ade no outright. So it can happen to anybody. It can happen to anybody because we are all inseparably linked.
All this noise we are making is to avoid some of these avoidable things.
Okay. All right.
But
then.
the question I want to ask you,
one second. I may go into me major henu ahio.
No, you stay on a bit.
Okay.
Papa Smiley,
Yes.
how many helicopters has Ghana Army got?
Say we cram to 4 na ma wo mu nti minim Oh, are they? I don't know, sorry.
Look, a whole Ghana Army. Let's assume they have 4. So do they want to tell us that they cannot maintain these 4 helicopters? That is one question. Papa Smiley, just suppose that. Don't let us go to maybe aircraft or train system or something. But let's take the buses working in London here. Do you think if we are running this type of buses in Ghana, how many accidents we record every day? Because we don't respect health and safety. Papa Smiley, circle happened. What happened? Nothing. Ejabo Abuachi was saying, he made reference to Captain Mahama. He died. What happened? Atomic, that gas thing happened. What happened? Nothing. Something Boate or something, that thing happened. Nothing happened. But that's why the question you are asking is, what are we going to learn? We've had, you know what they call smoking gun. Papa Smiley, look, change. So many incidents have happened which require us to change. But leadership for that change didn't take it serious because to them, they are protected by the so-called security. So they don't care. They think they will not die. It will not affect them because they are cordoned off by these things. Look, Papa Smiley, I feel how the military people, they should take a record of the aircraft and, have a trend of that. There's a failure, security or health and safety failure there. You understand? I mean, we've had so many incidents which will enable us to make some change. And you see, Papa Smiley, when these things happen, it is not 1 or 2 people who should change you. You look at the whole sector. You see when Greenfield happened here, you know that Greenfield thing which happened here. That Greenfield thing called for the whole building industry sector to be revamped. One incident, that was a smoking gun. To know that the sector is not doing anything right. But you see, Ghana, we are only interested in the sensation. And Ajabuaji said it. Baba Smiley, me, I don't see anything extraordinary with everything. Baba Smiley, if you die today, what would they do in Ghana? So that if somebody has died, I should be jumping around and be shouting? Come on. Come on. Come on. We expect them to fix some of these problems. Is health and safety being informed? And for all you know, these military people, instead of even checking to see whether this aircraft is airworthy at the time. Oh, because health and safety regulations are not enforced. Oh, Charlie, let's go. They go. Whether the aircraft is airworthy or not. Let's go. This is the way we do things. Because when something happens like this, nobody will be held to account. We are only interested in the euphoria now. We are only interested in, let these people be buried 2-3 months. For everything is forgotten. Then you people want me to be jumping around? Hey, we don't learn from anything. Leadership failure. You understand? Leadership failure coupled with, sometimes if you want to use governance to describe our system, it's like you are talking rubbish because we don't understand it. Our concept of governance has to do with politics. Who can lie the most? Who can outwit the other? That is what we understand to be governance. So this is a failure, health and safety failure, which is part of the governance process. Of course, what will happen will happen. But you have to make sure that nothing untoward or somebody who was supposed to do his or her job did it. How often did they even take this aircraft to service? Who was the last person who should even approve that this aircraft is airworthy? But personally, there are so many things. You see, Oyibo will have all these records available. But ask yourself, are we going to have this thing? Oh, you people, you are too low. How can you demand all of that? No. Oyibo, they've done this, so they just take it for granted. Because somebody knows that if I fail to do my job now, something happened, I'm going to bear the consequence. But in a part of the world, we take it for granted. So there are a whole lot of questions. But Papa Smiley, we don't use these things to change anything. This type of change should come from the leadership level. People wake up and say, oh, we have to change our attitudes. Who should change his attitude? The leaders are telling us to change our attitude when they haven't changed anything themselves. When we are looking up to them to live up to what they want us to change to, they are not doing it. Then they tell you, oh, change your attitude. Once they say, that was MPP's mantra. Attitude not change. When they are corrupt, they are stealing. They are telling you to change your attitude. Do you understand? That is, they are stealing you. They are doing any fraud on this earth, but tell you to change your attitude. When they are more corrupt than anybody. So the same thing. Do you understand? But what's why all this noise in Ghana, we say, ho, ochi. They are making the noise maybe for a week or two. If it dies down, period, it's gone. But if it is Oyibo, the consequence is the issue. Because it's a smoking gun. But Ghana, there's nothing, no. We are only joking, oh, hey, it's sad, it's sad. But I give them 3 months, Christ, too long. Life is continuing. But the sad bit is, if you are in a position where you can cause some of these changes and you don't do it, it becomes a problem. You understand? That is why, I mean, there was a time I went to Ghana. I think I've said this thing before, and I was talking. And they say Bank of Ghana Monetary Policy Committee. One guy who works there told me that, so the committee members, one man, anytime he comes there, he was drunk. And if you go there, you can't ask questions. If you ask questions, immediately after the meeting, they are going to call your boss. You say, hey, today you brought one boy here. He just came to talk anyhow. They will not let you go again. Because the people don't want change. They want the status quo to prevail. And that is how we are functioning. This thing should call for, a very swift and widespread change, even in the aviation sector. Not only in the military, but the whole aviation sector. It should even lead to, how journalists cover some of these things, because some of the pictures they are showing, they shouldn't have, So it should lead to a whole lot of changes. But Ghana, do we when we say discipline to do things, Do you understand? When the time I refer to the word discipline, it's not beating somebody. It's not, but the ability to cause or bring about change positively is a discipline. It is difficult, but you have to persist. But in a part of the world, any difficult thing, you people, you are too no. You people, you talk because it's too difficult. They feel it's too difficult. You refer something about this traffic thing. But Smiley, that is what we call continuous improvement. You see, they put a camera there. It was solving the problem, but it was not solving it the way they wanted. And when they put the camera there, they were not just leaving it to like Akwantufuo. He built SSS, that is all. They were not even monitoring it to see whether it's working, whether it's fit for purpose. Everywhere he goes, I've done it. They were monitoring it to see whether it's working. And if it is working, is it effective? Is it fit for purpose? Is it achieving the reason why it was put there? And they realized that no, there is something more we could do. Measure the way people are approaching the thing. I mean, you when you put the thing there, the thing is not going to solve the thing by itself. You have to keep monitoring it. So that level of discipline is what we don't have in our system. You understand? We don't have that discipline to make things work or to make things fit for purpose. Once it is there cosmetic, then you see party members. We've done this, we've done gold board. So what again do you want? But nobody is looking at whether this gold board is really effective or the gold board is really what we need. Or we can even look at this gold board and make it better. No. You see, Sami Jeff is making his galley. He's got 2-3 phones. Then Biniwa is happy. Hey, Sami Jeffy. Come on. Some of us are looking beyond that. What can we even do better? I mean, is it the best? Because the gold board thing was compared to exchange by Omiatino. And we saw that, okay, this one on the face of it is a bit better. Prima facie, on the face of it is better. But there could be a third or fourth or fifth alternative we could explore. But we have stopped there. We've stopped at gold board. If you criticize it, they will insult you. Well. This is our way we do things. Oyibo doesn't do things like that. They don't do things like that. But now, hey, it is NDC who brought it. You people, you are. Come on. Papa Smiley, don't let me give it to somebody. Papa Smiley. Is it gone?
Not gone. I'm not gone. I'm right here. Yeah.
Why you do?
No. Oh, Abe. Missing me koi moaha. Why? Moaha pa. You see, nkoma ye and yes, we are displaying our insensitiveness to whatever has happened. In the midst of we, expressing our pains, in the midst of we grieving, we need to pause and contemplate on the way forward. Let's put it that way. And that is exactly what.
But there is I can't prove it, but I don't know whether it's a proverb or a saying. Tontonti, is that how it's called?
Can I say no?
Yenum sanso aye fadrin.
Over can say.
We don't have the guy equivalent.
Any can they say the can say organ?
Unless you want me to translate. Unless you want me to translate Hebrew into Greek.
The I can say the all kind of one kind. That's all.
There's a song. I used to make it a song. Tontonti, and Sanso Fadrin. Papa Smiley, look. This incident has happened. There's nothing we can do about that. The only thing we can do about it is to learn from it. And the learning from it is not wait till a year or so. At the same time as we are crying, we are asking questions and making sure that we will find answers to those questions. But that is not what we do. We are only interested in the noise-making aspect. Oh, it's sad. Those who cry will cry. Those Sam George said, if he meets God, he's going to ask God. I said, look at this boy.
Enti na nkla 16 na wo mu and you God a wo musa no.
No.
Okay, all right then. You see, Abe, what do you home so? What home so? Now, if you follow the line of thinking of some of these leaders, it tells you that no, they are not fully fit to lead us in this nation, right? Into their home so. Now, I'm say about 3 weeks ago, maybe I say, in what ways are the actions of today addressing concerns of yesterday or addressing concerns of the past and preparing us for the future? I was all kinds of question okay. Do you remember? Say the okay no. The SC and SC right? However, we can take actions today that can address those concerns of the SC and prepare us for the future. And no now we can say if any continuous improvement. Yes, sir. Continuous improvement.
The Japanese has a word for it called Kaizen.
Yeah. You see, sometimes based on what we think we know, it makes us ask you can't do anything about the past. The past is forever linked with the present and also the future. The past, as Brother Ishmael will tell you, the past is forever impregnating the present, giving birth to the future. And when we look at the past, a DNA picking from there to take action in the present to prepare the future. That is all that we need to do. And we are being insensitive to whatever has happened. It goes beyond that. There are several enjoyments or several things that we are making use of in our present times. It is because of some of the challenges that are the earlier ones the people in the past faced. Anna and Kofubi take it on and more enjoy Sanima we are enjoy Sisia. Baga ye walk him when him Crawford do a wooye and sana the idea of bringing an airbag came. Do you know? Did you have an idea? Traffic lighter.
No.
Yes, see ama kama uduru ha na we agina among other things. Unim Crawford a road accident because of lack of traffic lighter. And then traffic light no eti mama ya dwene ni duru na we agina na we atwam. Do you know the number of people that died because of that? Think of it.
Papa Spali,
what can say you? No,
quick one. You see, the reason for their death, I heard Mr. Chum say, the reason for their death, we could have avoided it or reduced the impact by now. Galamsey. Are they telling us that we cannot solve Galamsey? Now look at what it has cost us. Because they are joking with the Galamsey thing. Do you understand? We could have solved it, but they are making it MPP, NDC stupidity. And you see how much it's costing. Papa Smal, a quick one.
And I mean, who's a quick one?
Quick one. Papa Smal, you see, if you take decision today, whatever decision you take today, you are planning the future. Because if you take decision today, you are not going to benefit or feel the impact of that decision today. It's the future you are planning.
That's right.
So it means all the stupidities we've done in our part of the world, you see the future is giving us. Do you understand? We should solve Galamsey. Oh, NDC people. Oh, MP people. You see? So that's the plan we've built for ourselves. Possibly let somebody.
All right, thank you very much. Anyway, nti aseɛ no obiara wɔ sɛdeɛ ne nti aseɛ no ɛkɔkɔpem. Some people are saying so nyame na ɛyi owura Mahama afiri mu. I'm saying ɛsi ɛde nketewa koraa no ana ɛwɔ sɛ nka o replace Dr. Samuel. Baako no di sɛ Samuel Nuyamana. Something Samuel Sapon one and there was or replacing no now yeah can we substitution and elimination here and there no I don't seem to get it. Is that actually the kind of reason that we should be having now? And to say now, right, John Dramani Mahama, one for now will be no, a dear decision or no womb. What actions is he going to take from this? That is where our line of thinking should be. Anyway, Yanku anyway, Ejahenu.
Pamabo.
Hey, Waba. Anka mi dwane agya wo. Okay, all right then. Any Obama so.
Adwin kase papa.
Good one day. Seboko.
Na me adom papa.
You. Any Waba dia, what in common be a fine. Onso boy nkomo. Udi eni eti.
Yo papa, me chia tie fo nyina.
Obia je odo ai.
Yo on fan chem. Papa. Asam no se nra na me se metika mu na ye bobbo so gidi asam no ofa ne ewo ne nkrabata bebri ofa no ba bia ewo se ne obesi ahwe no na nra no se ne me fa no na me fa no se ye kirekire mu se ana se me fa ne se ne nipa ana se ye nyina nipa ho hia aside na me wo me akasa me mayi so ho ho se ye wo nipa ye basa ye ka asem a wo ye ka no ene wo wo ankasa wo Felix ewo eho enti ema ofa kofi kura na o ka se o se ni si metina se pa metina se ebi efi ba na ye ga na ni me ano me personal ayia na me wo nkofo no ho ana se mine no kura friend no Mutala Muhammad no sa young guy ade no ewo ho na chese from nura ne ne yi ni nyina si ye ni nyina metewa na chese medwe ho this guy sa my we by sa guy we young yi na hame ase nipa no na chese gana ni no owo na si ye fo owo na nkasa to ho na se ne fa so si ye no ye no ye ba bia efi no bibi se si a ye ka no sa atofo wo se si a eya na ahodwire nti wo de wani kopem se me na me mabusuani a ase na ka me fa no me nua ka se na me fa no yeyi omo di bia na firimu a na ye de ba se nipa se na me fa no se o se o ko ba bia Akwantufuo ya na wakra oyere se bia me ko ha wakra oma ombehuna ade se yato. To be frank, what the basa side na papa na eya say that lumba na no di eti so yare kakra na aja okoye uben se si o asuma si o yare e no koye nti ne ya no eya na e wo fam kakra bi o yare da hospital yensum tim oko atames wo de mana du tem bi da so kan nyina ne se mas yare within minute na chese utwahwe ya oko nti ne ka enti we no koye the way a ekosi ye no amanipa no bebre eka na se the court se yana mdi kanka o the court se bia o mo position no aban mu se ne yenua no mu nyina aka na ehon so no yeyi eno ma nyina emotions ne sa no ma nyina to nche ne ka ne se ne asem no etie se ade na asi no kwan ba ne nyina ebefa so na ye de asua nyansa ebi ne se Mahama ya amanfo ka se nyame yi ne free mu yi ana se kwan bi so ofree mu yi papa on say wo de wo fa 2 times ebi kura wa film nyame e ma na film na o de asua enoma bi se meka ne se nyanse wo na se enoma bi wo ho cause ade we na si ye no ono na nipa owo ultimate power obetimi asesa noma bebre wo ebi kan galam say ebi fa no kwan a ye fa so eye maintenance ebi kwan a ye fa so kra ye noma a wo ga na ha nyina no mahama ene wo sa tumi na obetimi aye eti se wo ba no se bia abusua na se lucky side nso a na bia nyame nso adi ne ho afofie sami je fi kura se o Ghana nke bi kura obekobi but oni ho but omo sa na de won so omo no decision making no omo ye omo ka ho de but omo wa chi kakra enti omo ne bo ama mutaka enkrofo a omo wu nyina na omo etimi make decision de but omo wa chi me fa na nra se yen hwe kwan ade na fa so asi no am se ne amafo bebra mpanyfo bebra omo kasa ene omo kasa omo wonim die nyina no me line na no muton se the cost ade ni si ye no ofa kofi kura no ana ka ne oba me side ho kakra o se si ye no ye ni hospital kura mpo bia ben ho chip compound bia ho no ana me kasa asem because of say the medical start ye no eno no wo mninti na office bia me ton no osoro ana me ye hash dodo ba se ne medical ka se wuyi sa no mani free emu a ba bi ade ni si ye no se even though bi kura pry na ebi a be 30 minutes kura no ke betima age ne nkwa na se be 1 hour kura wo mu a popo ni nyina no enka won se yentimi nye ne nkwa abula system omo kura na omo ka kru na nkasa kura ade ni kosi ho no ede ehihye na wo ho kire se bibi sa si e betimi aye ho ebetimi asom kakra even though abrochire ha na esi a bi a plane crash dey see but me ka say Spain me refi ya no Espanya take you off na take because of say omo response team ne sa no man wo nti omu nyankrofo femu omo rush ye enka say yi bia sa but at least omu make effort na amanfo ka say ensisa omo yi ngu himo ya na besese ni ofa kofi beka no botto na na be self because of say ye side of botto na dey politics ye side of ye to grofo no motive no ye koma omo botto a ye say ya ade amon until at the end of the day no ewo ho say papa on ba bi emifi no enti say bibi say si a ya na me kan say me ye mfa emotions ni nwura mu too ma se ne obi aka ne bia no yenti ase ne ye hwɛ se ne ye befa no se nasem na oka no se nyansa wo mu nko ade a den na ehu ndc me wo ndc mu pa kese pa mposin bi a me ben no kura se fa kofi mu defend na se mu but me policy dia ne se ade na enra na nya na ye kofi a enen so enya ye koku ese ye hwe ne ye ne yi preko ti me de mahama kakra meka se ebia nyame pese osua ne noma biye na ogokwan bi obetimi de aya yenka se ne medical kan no yenka se bribisi but ebia se enora medical sa asemwe se train system ye good a nke bi kro mbefa train ena se ye noma ye so a anka bia sa fort we no komo ehun yansa ansa ebia eba ne medical kan no not stand no ebetimi asi no matter how babia but they say military aircraft pa nkasa no until say yi normal beba out no my investigations no ye nyina ye hu de the cost no this ade we buy no be gidi say ebia ye hope so say beba no na nke bi kro betima ye hu bibi ama ebia sa ade we ansi na apart from say omode na asi no ya ka sɛ owuo deɛ ɛba aba owuo yɛ te sɛ deɛ no ana yɛ nyinaa ka yɛ nyinaa atamfo na ɛba aba no nkurɔfo a ɔmo nyɛ plane na ɔmo de nya accident ɔmo de kaa vip nya accident because of ɛkwan na papa ɛyɛ na yɛka asɛm a ɛnɛ APC panyin paa nkasa panyin paa na metie no ɔse sesia no ɔhu ne mentality sesia no ɛfam na wofa ehu ukowu ɛsoro so a sesia ɛno so kora sɛ ehu ti sesia kora nipa bɛɛ de enti sɛ na ɔmo de anim sɛ ɛfam no dangerous enti saa na ɛteɛ deɛ a ɔmo sɛ ɛfam no dangerous deɛ ɔmo escape afa baabi foforɔ ɔmo ani da ho ɔmo ɛmfɛkse fam deɛ no mayɛ because of sɛ ɔmo wɔ alternative na wei na kɔsi no enti no ɔte hɔ no ɔka sɛ sesia paa ɛbɛyɛ da fa anante biem na nsuo so koraa nso a ɛno nso nyɛ easy because pantu koraa nso kɔbutu na ano koraa ɛsɛ maama mo kɔ baabi koraa nka pantu so kɔbutu enti adenti na papa yi yɛnyɛ saa nɔɔma no kakra ebetimi no yɛnyɛ ne yie na ɛsɛ yɛde kɔyɛ yɛma nipa no wu ne yɛkɔbɔ saa nkurɔfo wɔ ɔmo wu ɛka ɔmo bɛbɔ no ho no ɛka ɔmo bɛbɔ no ho no ebi koraa ebetimi ayɛ kumase to ayi amasama na ayi akra to amasama but yɛ kuro no deɛ yɛwɔ saa nɔɔma wɔ nyinaa wɔ hɔ but amanfoɔ so gye sɛ yɛnkɔ yɛnyɛ ayi dade una dade lumbo sɛsɛn yɛmfa ɔman ne sika na ɔman ne ni bia obi kɔ awɔ so asɛ ne ɛnɛ na ofa kofi kase wo ne to kɛntɛn mu no hospital no ɛni mpa oni hwe wɔ hɔ but yɛmfa nkɔ ɔna dade lumba because of sɛ abɔ ɔnyom agye ne sika abɔ ɔnyom ayi manyama de dede ama Cote d'Ivoire fo ate Ghana enyum ti enti sometimes no me hu sɛ yɛ kasa deɛ but yɛ priorities no ɛyɛ na yɛ gyae kɔ baabi ɔman no yɛwɔ noma bebree a ɛho hia yɛ yie nkurɔfoɔ ewu yi ama ɔmo biebie noma so gidigidi na ekura na obi atribututu nkura bi ɛsɛ ɔmo me kura me nim nkura korɔ but me tembia ma yi ne sɛ minister wu a ha adwen MP wu a ha adwen obi a mpɛsɛ obi bewu deɛ but obi a ɔno nso tɔn banche a minister no ma wonya bi di obi a ɔno nso kɔ afom kɔdua abɔde ma o minister no wanua a ɔnso obewu no saa nipa no nso no ɔno nso ne life ne hia enti ɛno ma ebetimi di ayɛ protect saa nkɔfo no akwanya wɔ hɔ a ɛsɛ yɛde yɛ sense nipa baako obesi o dan bebre obewie sika no bebre ɛsɛ papa wɔn ba bia mefi bayi obewie sika no bebre no wasi dan sɛ ne no ofa kofi mu bɔ so obi ba ban mu a odi short time no wasi dan bebre but aban hospital yɛsi no yɛntimi nwie but one person no otimi asika esi dan 200 and something because of say a politician na aban hospital ba akopɛ no yɛntimi nwie nti obi ɛwo a nka ebetimi aboa no na yɛagye ne nkwa na wɔ firi mu keke na ɔkɔ yɛn so a yɛsan ka sɛ nananom kwan na ɔmfa so gye awo nyame ɛde saa adwen ɔmo so kora no yɛsizi ɔmo yɛma ɔmo nyɛ ɔmo awɔ hospital nso ɔmo nyɛ papa bi ama ɔmo ɛna obi gye awo ofie bi a ɔno nso betimi aboa yɛn so a mɔsan akɔte ne sɛ oni ho kwan oni lances onye wei enti akwai sɛ kosi nkɔda enti sɛ biribi sɛ esi a instead of sɛ nka Ghana fo ne ɛbɛtra ase na yɛadwen me deɛ nka yɛnwe kwan a ɛbɛfa so abɔ ho ban sɛ biribi sɛ ensi na esi kura na sɛ ahoɔden wɔ hɔ kwan bɛ ne ebetumi afa so ɛto anamo papa biribi ani hɔ deɛ a
yo
kakra no so mɛka no
yes that's it I hope say we will pause and contemplate deeper on what is happening. Eja henu ho.
Baba menka kakra na mko baby.
Memo aka na me hese eja henu ho no na se wo kan wi ananka watu ama na. Anyway, we dey kabi. Kabi I hope say by then na eja henu aba. Nyesa o ka se wi a ma ofa chum emra. And then I'll chum and pass ma a jacosi boache. I'll come back. If say a jahenu ama. Why? Inti bombardier. Boy and como. Why? Boy and como.
Yo, Papa, me that's it. And that's we yeah, wada. Yeah, only yeah, queen. The over country, be, you said be 7, 8. I don't know how long I've bakrama bahabat. The Biana me katama na fire chief, but me say Ghana sem a FIFA ranking. FIFA the Bia 2 is Biano, Omorisha for your boyfriend is national teams boy na now or ranking, no say. Sɛ Brazil bɛdi second na Ghana bɛkote akoto anaasɛ ɔbɛkɔ up. Saa na Ghana asɛm teɛ. Oh, nti we are Ghanaians, but people don't know about Ghana and nsɛnsɛm. So that's it. People live in Ghana, but they didn't know ɔmo nim Ghana ho nsɛnsɛm. Papa ɛne sɛ de bia asɛm si Ghana me say ɛte sɛ you manic depression no. Oh, yɛka so obi wɔ yɛka sɛ manic depression a ɛyɛ high and low. Who say papa obviously the bagodo kaye na adwene nyina gbegbu say no wasa yedin ni nyina ye mental disorder. So saa na Ghana semtie e guru ana atade cases be bremet ma renweti a aba ya ka wasa na ati kwase de asem ko enyi ensi ye wodi enko echi kra eye dada kedi ene ho akra ni say dada ho akra ne me wo dada kedi kra na obi en say saa abranten so wo free mu dada kedi wo mei Ghana ne yen na ahoye bujebeja dada kedi na bloggers ne omo nyina obi e ka ene wan kwa na ka dada kedi asem enso enche bia September ye be na yi e wo state forecourt no state house forecourt no ye man state burial so ne eko ene ni nemu na wedi aba na wedi akọ na yi wuntumi de ba enye wuntumi de na ba ye ka ho asem ha na atiko meboa ansa na ekoto aba eye abdekunov de ya ye kodutwa bi mu ye bi koto pepper spray ni ebi nso jampe konkofo say as wrestling mix martial arts nyina be mu ye kan ya nye na atiko yi wan kwa na kan ya awon kumsis wa say ye bro na no so koto pepper spray sanity ena ne na mu na number ba ye number de ba ye enye na atiko yi e ba ye no bi say there be the whole year de be kan number asem wan na e kan number asem say edisa omo ye yina we na we nso abeto so saa na tie enti enye me ka se ye wiase ne wo no technology na aye good to us aye bad master enkane na me ka bibi se bo se e take time pa na ya dwendwe ho ne ya bobo ho an de to ho fo ben ne se de wiase ne ko fast na technology no bloggers ne ko mo ntwen ma wo krampo yendi we yi krampo yi before for we back cause on previews once we buy a video at the end because ye try the end because ye can na sana Ghana semtie enunti na Job or say Job 14:1 or say onipa oba wo no ni quiet bi na wa or how wo mu ye pepe yin pepe say inhwire en se chire bo se na inhwire nyina ide atiato Peter Crowder or say yes grass no or say grass no long so say na yin sa bo se na ahye sa na nipa ti o until we begin to die the moment we are born. One day now of a body canon. They be say news in yes plane akosi kotoka any news or say plane kosi kotoka. Name was say plane a share say na crash kotoka any news. One say they be a nipe wu de bia o. Woni nipe wu a Akwantufuo hospital ne any kolebu la hospital Kumasi Mensa hospital woni de ewu Dr. Mensa money Dr. Boy Temu hospital ne bombs clinic woni nkofo ewu ma wana ka wasem enye news ma society no ba won say opani we momu ye na ye news ye see a flag kwa ye mpampa pom meanwhile so no the owu na no wo ma mowu ne wo mutwa tax so sa tax ne de top flags a ye see ye nya half marks no na tie enti ne wiase no obi ba obi ayi someone una no said ye society na ya stratify no saa na motie enti so be ni kwasasem oni kwasasem owu a on ti se wo enti kwa de se adwe hyedia so e na akanten so namfom obi a hwe ne nkwan hwe de saa ne tie enti no wotu wonom na se ye kase ma per good governance na hold you government responsible no maybe so any nanu ya be 2 weeks new and the future of this nation and kwada youth 15 16 17 are sorry for kwada omakoso nyame sem so moko campaign omu nyina hwere omu nyina omawu omu nyina ewu ye nya dese akora bakwa kase na ebie kra na si ye omu nyina konde o te se abanse flag no ye mbanko fonga kra omu kropo no omu hia sa de no the future of the nation ewu na mutala mo di 40 years ebi kra di 60 70 omo ya se nyina adwene enye tuntumpo a no kan me ba for me hand say enkwada omo di 50 60 years no omu na ewu 17 makoma 17 omu ware da omu twempena da omu nim de fe na 6 omu ni omu mbo brada omu nya adults da yesi peni no bi nya bi da bofo de obi ayi bi nto omu nya ndru da the only ka 17 by law no wondi 18 years kaso ya adult ohun wondi adult da ya finishing in life well mu na ka yo ma bi serious and ka ma ni bi serious yewu en kora 17 en kwada dachi na ka sa me ko mo se Trump ndam honom na ko akọ families no so de e enti we aban ai owuo no de ebeba ba me ka se de society ni ye no de hia na enye sa na enye sa na ehia ma society sa especially yes society na ya develop no ebi mu de na ka ministers ewu no ka enye hwe ma omo kom kran ba kan ze no njai akwada no mu wu na ka obi adwene hu na e ka ne sinye ne MSABC ba wo say de na reverse enkwada ewu yanka ho hwe obi ekonim se enkwada 70 kura ewu be se 2 weeks ewu ya mom mass barrier ko hwe awofo esu akwada ya hwe na kosi SS akadache ewu kwa no be ma HIV cure na cancer mo cure ya finishing life bena hu se ne we ko me say God has got nothing to do say mahama no okobi eye fe na accident sen kama ko bia ka onyusu eye zina helicopter no ko be yusu MI17 and bigger okobi nko betmewu wan ko bi kro betmewu wan ko bi kro no betmewu so that's it ebi ko no wan kase won yade be ne zi mahama na asori bi ye eyi na oso won ko bi o ko asori kro asori dan ntimi ndwiregu asori dan betme ndwiregu owo yade a no so no o ye yimu se man ko bi ntin menwu debi enti na pese se mahama nko bi na ebi mbo se o ye de nyame ase nti won mo so mo musu na se nyakopo ne ko mo ana ento ne yenda bo obunzama se ye no mo obunzama se en kwara 17 na omuko wi en dreso mo omaye boni nti na omkonya ase nti wo ya na it doesn't make sense enti mami en linki any religious na mahama na yi na oko meeting en o sheda se we nko yi ma no accident na mi di no accident and nothing na me catch about for bombardier and me can say the most important thing here black box no and taking care of 90% of the investigation. There's a reason here the black box no a helicopter ni plane because black box no a juma be brave and says no flight data recorder and black or orange but ma ko hwe the intia mo find black box no be na those times at the body be na the black at so as a black disease black market black Tuesday and Wednesday ni sa no ma na be nti na mo da to sam because answer na over discover recover black box no just say asamesi the black box no no na me hu say a boy investigators no mo determine if there's any negligence and equipment failure and other factors and no also will legal essentially legal evidence because ebiana oma plane kwanya service ni ya families bit me su government no so only man anything a black box na very very important nyakopon chade and mate say ya recover that is the first thing also come call answer kwa na yekohu body no black box ni the first oboni koye or show black box no cause no no okotia ye be hu de na to e dia last words be na obi akikan ye assemble na can say can say Dr. Omwane Boama then oye okay ready bajimi o Jesus and answer kan we and answer de no kan ye mutalan so we Alhaji Muhammad so de no kan ye cause e pasa na so recording communication no e dey say dey be speaker nti no wutna pilot trip no waso yi no a recorder. To be pure make a be and come be obedi bian a recorder. Tin and the most important part of everything. Say Yakupa don't so or my recover. Yanko Papa, na so e ba no ye se de empelefo no omohye no say emoye den pa nti no say no nanka 37 military hospital na saka oye autopsy ne identification procedure de bar omohye se de body na ye na omutu so no ntimi enye yi nti akweso omuhia higher grade say omudie ne Pentium 1 Windows no say omuhia Windows 11 na identify body nti yeswa samples no twetwe honam baby so omusin so de you baby a betime nya bia no ye the full plan say they call South Africa no call DNA analysis. Samples of the remains of the 8 individuals who perished in Wednesday's tragic military helicopter crash in the Adansi Akwantufuo district of the Ashanti region have been flown to South Africa for DNA analysis to aid in the identification. Although the 37 military hospital in Accra was initially expected to carry out the autopsy and identification processes, the condition of the bodies has necessitated more advanced forensic processes, prompting the decision to transfer the remains abroad. Meanwhile, the calls for a transparent and independent investigation into the cause of the crash are growing louder. The Bureau of Public Safety has urged the government to ensure a thorough inquiry to uncover the root cause of the incident and prevent future tragedies. They be na papa be 5-6 years they be oka anasem. Also out of the negative film no any enya a photo your photo say you no. One photo go twa photo na saman no ene na yenya photo ni film ene ye horo. One say actually yenteme to yin na one say some of the differences I expose the Republic of Ghana. And quote me simulation at that corner because September 11, 9/11, certain corner 2001, 24 years near America that's which because now they just still don't understand how possible I didn't see it. Or we simulations 24 years ago. 2009 and so to a crime for 4 years and so for petrol a year no what to say a investigation simulation yeah by day for we live by daylight chronomo the rough Ghana enti papa enye one say ope the most lucrative venture onipa bit my Ghana eye one na abanti pen owner service who sabish na about 30 years ago. Abroad shall set to Tom Kunyani canopies, no walk Fantino Tahona, Bibiana away service on no who say ye pay ye a be bonfire saying Copobu and the Yans say because they wounds so preventive in idea ye preventing ye the Bemana ye a certainty. And to owners say be a billionaire, ye pen self-made billionaire. What you could a whole factory. Who could do more? What you could a whole factory and then Kunyani, where we go. And still a owner sex again because I didn't in a whole news can any people naturally pass or my yari and say natural mono Ghana 1% do na ye artificial death ni kuye artificial death ni kuye so a whole country like Ghana independence just South Africa 1994 no independence or more advanced DNA testing tools. Na Ghana was what 67 years I cut 3 years with 70 no. On to me only advancement. Because you fight for you to me this bibi with mercy. Obi nka de bia ne ye ka owo ne sa no ma se emrofo no ye enye se bia omo pese bibi nsi o but en afi esin so yi afi na wokope ho jollof ana wokope ho ingredients de bia no they always think they ask the question what if sana hanu Western world no more what if so Russia especially America said obeying they some Russian was American for so then obey it they are always thinking ahead what if one will say COVID by you know so time no more planning so modern no more simulation in lab test they won't say and check time Trump was on a year bana and check around the vaccine, no? Because it would have taken years upon years of clinical trials. And then the papa can was an unimunko for a woo say be airbags in this animal. Unimunko ya test one. Paracetamol, I come pain, a pain reliever, unimunko one. So only by crying say. Because you were placebo and you were railway, you know. TSC would the monum now will be doing your man to go for no paracetamol or money liver until I teach us a woman who are not there and a bed. Life is about sacrifice, but are we ready to sacrifice? Yet your mem, there be a TV, which we just see a CSI, a criminal investigation, a movie CV, Chicago fires, America, Ghana portion Netflix. You say nipa one concern can share body bags, any boy say. Any people, especially say police, no, or more bag near jute bag, you find body bag, plastic, you cover, need to be preserve body, no, and send for ambulance. Plane helicopter to kwa yemu eye farmers na kun ena nkobo mo asemi mama na say de esemi ena mo so call police station enti police for what you say ade aba no se mo come the bags ni bia or se mo call the next region and say na say dey body bia hye na ke the bags ni bia ba ana police work also munya sa ade no na enso hwe o onipa oba wo no no a anopa no hwe si utu the jute bag, cocoa bag, maybe near pack oh, ready. Now we cry a bushano cran, who say, me dish a cran, yeah, says a cocoa cry only cocoa yabo. She said, yes, so nipo, I say, Ukrainian wakoku amokia, wakoku amokio. And I say, or double be wokuna, would you then number would I share a bag? Mumuja sonye eni pe hu ye kran na ebe no maka sese die kran ana ye memro fo nyaye oboni sese the internet so obusas ana de ebe na maso na no bi ka ji say nipa na shema obas no ne mo benya ayi se kwa ye kan ba se ne ye kwa wi na plan because already o mo pe ya zama kadada ba ye na de bi ne ye ma ye ho abon na oboni nyaye enemre 20% body bag ni wo who the mongo go for plastic bags be na mo fani ya so nipa we can helicopter credit mark anything you different forms of helicopter so that say and to say a jet to America no say ke bi na to Ghana nyina ka ebe kwetu ye the helicopter de do ja ko California ye was smaller helicopters a bit man maneuver helicopter be ko wan ko hu say blade kwa ne fan kwa wo kitikiti bi na bon na kabet ma ko honom ni ka electro mu nyina ko say nipa e wo kwaye mu na wo hwe predator movie anosos nega ye na nye helicopter no mu nam kwaye mu e bit ma ye because wo di ladder na ye pichira na ye pulling up but onipa da seni we kran pon enye health ma onipa ko so aye no because ye ni ye bi kran na wo body no because the fluid nyina na e so ne because jute bag no enye impermeable enso bit ma from permeable so it was swa ade so plant material and was swa it no me won nipa body nyina emoje ni nyina say wo HIV say wo leukemia say be you ni nyina jugu na papa ya brand ya swa e be dey kira boso na ho dodo no yes on so ko ano de no wu ya na so enya de bia ye be half mass bia obewu de be kan se bia abrante na wo so a nipa se nentwinam no wo eno ane ye koyi papa Ghana na wo no maka se on paper na enyini ba enyini ye da so yakwada ye da so num no fo there's so many differences that na ko see any sentiment nyu one no kan ye wo see ha ai computer software ne de ya dada facility ni share computer hard drive no mo na download keke ana fagu pen drive so o de fashe baby a yesi fashe no USB port no na download uchu utimi ye na de wo ye odi years aye you know operating system no ono kwanpo de omre why wo de fagu su na koyi wo so wabre Ghana ni ko say ye dwini bibre ye no more say do ya dwini 100 years ago ye here say ye human resource no every capable anything that be an improvement. Me and a young yes, and can come but on my standard no. And you say, on one, say you'll be a person improvement on one, the best standard no. And to you came medicine, Aristotle as more. Only agree for more bear say 10,000 years ago. I didn't that's Archimedes formula, Pythagoras theory. Because we be a set example being to one the best example. Saying concromatias na this year and correct nana over honey Vietnam ko be jaya konkra no no the two so nyina ene kwame komagano ene yeso ni pass ni mpinam papa mo ya na last one na make yi enkofo na ma ye no and what about enkofo ndwini wo what about Emmanuel Kofi Bua no ye the minister for lands and natural resources ade na nkomko ye no onu kompo na so nkomfo plane kan helicopter ni kan because ade na nkomko ye no nkomko launch responsible cooperative mining and skills development program which in other words like to say MP before community mining na illegal galamsey. There's nothing responsible about ade na nkomko ye bia a community mining say MP before a community mining na and o say aband of adjectives. Raise community mining and is responsible the responsible cooperative mining. It's a mountain baba on Koye Galamsey with the Yamamo licenses to kill. And to go idea yes as once and any natural resources no one of them called full planning canning. And you minister for defense. There be a Emmanuel Kofi Bua or the minister for lands and natural I didn't like one come. And nothing I'm saying you can go in any other way, but a accident. Mina mitimo mina mikamu met me you crab it make sure be na ko because saas me kebe ko si mama o ko aso dan kason de you go see mama obi o ye president una lead the commander in chief of Ghana na ye ko lanche bia wo so ko asore kebe ko fo be twa bo pretend say so mama so ko you know what you asore dem enye sa no kebe ka so nipa e di se wo no so ko no nko o mo mpo ye bia obi anya bone eyesa na to wo anything can happen. Anything na many just say you black box bit mam you what actually happened. And comedy because there when you play now so na radar no Ghana was no monitor and time call off radar no and the man munyum shi say hey I dey call off radar there and then asemesi enti no o mako tie ni nyina e dey ya say Ghana dey be ada just you know cause who bring that the ebehwe na we say erade gimi o wan you wan e kala wan e body o dey yom kasa e cause plain the course and dey na Ghana for the issue no o make bibi unless e be na you know recorder no mo do me enti e be me hu idea say na altitude be kwa no mo what was the airspeed and no maybe na say e ko hite edue bia na say omkopom do na ko cause le kwa yemonte bia na and even the earth gravitation force go bit ma pull helicopter so only the gravitation pull of the earth no a bit much helicopter so only you know me in the serious so you know I hope say we can do a better job na me the mirror who say yeah the samples almost samples they call South Africa I won't say yes but when they expose it when you be say hey say BBC bitimi abo nti yen timi advance 37 military hospital and I didn't con say 37 military what about for the omu decided what about Komponoche hospital omu decided be we don't have a nation the 37 minya na ka was the biggest hospital Ghana Kolebu nti omu timi as when you cost to ye swako ye the sample eko plane enya dia ye free say South Africa Airlines ye bitia enipa se kwa na deko enipa mienu ana biensa na edit ade neko obi azu ko nso obaka se na metrawa age report no ebia enye na asem obaka di 2 weeks of South Africa no ode na Elizabeth Port Johannesburg no ode ready na se di of body kai no na enkora nso eda so da form or maternity ward utie ya na wonya nyame eyi wo no 4 years ago me ye group achimota ye group ye ko Komponoche ko donati ye enkwada omoda incubate mo ni antibiotics e de bo mpane ya no tama survive incubate to ebi kwendo mami fo bebre ye detaining wo because omutimi ntwa mo discharge fee no enu so be bed ama into site mami ne so mi ko jare a we de ade abubu ni tira so ko jare na wapa ho ana opie na ja ne ba ho Mammy agent about na mammy if you know soon. It was 200 cities be our second charge with main charge and what the hospital once were a phone. Wajani Baho. Wajani Baho. These are some of the things that air cost so yeah, major hospital, how much more polyclinics in any cheap compound in any Clinton. And them see waste a cost of Ghana. No, you bit my enter me bombarded them near you said Donald Trump to try a year USA. No, cost Sika yes spending on Ghana. You net America USA 78 million. Now Sika are buying airways in the 17 million in a week, $70 million. Ye people, sir. I didn't know will be taxpayers' money. If I'm right, now the can track it down to the Musa no name for no much the American funds one question with you. Nay, and so yes, can the tax each and any Busan and Yan Fanshire home. We say we are being the year Acha and Nay da bay. As MS August is Acha August 14th and 15th nap at the Fufran Soba. And the Fufran Soba near Jawin now of the Queen. Tina Papa. Kakra mekano no se aban no eye aban nyansafo a de ye wo nkofo a omodwene ma aban a omohu se sade bi nyina omerecord that I didn't know be ade ko South Africa nti ni bi okay ya form de nsese de achere mu ye nti e bia next time no ye be woda ya na se ye be ka che South Africa de na mo wa ye ni bia nti a ye de sample ne bra mo machine no boy say e bia $200,000 okay ne sade ne ye be jai draws a ye roll so no for ebi abosome ne bisa sika no akoto saa machine ne bia maye hwe dialysis machine papa dialysis machine ne bo onye den but the whole of Akwantufuo hospital mo miensa pe ba kwase yensu so na kidney say ye ni kidney ye top because of galamsey it won't crumple or muscle line on endrome so no mo because dialysis also push him 4 hours also ye 3 times a week. And I was so 800 times 4 is 3,200. Now Ghana for saying 3,200 a week. Say or the crochet machine. Obewu. So that's it. Anything so you get in open investment. A investment also for you. Or more anything I'm about for share ship is almost shipping in Konya canopy. So one say ye pay ye and then can it ubu with further kakana and say ilipene wuni ye share further can any head over opportunity ye mu disco light a further car. Eke musio say ilipene wuni ye further car so ilipene once ya capital no munye nkonya ne you know munye further ko ilipene wuni na ko share you know a further can any ya amount and then the further car than a fashion this one mu disco light enti so person yes keni bia ye ho ade no so koye emu gowns emu kente emu agodie emu plastic chairs ne yina wo ska wo koji bisia saade no so koji bisia koye eda ya ni pebe ene Thursday o take emu aye de dodo ye boy announcement the ekos so eju so ye obi wo what radio hu se papa say the eka radio no o hwe bebi ede kojo kwache America Bombardier America ye Predade London Odi onso so he onso England house ye no mu be de to te ajo so no be ye wo oni bi pa kon baby a obaba no fanta na awe mu kiba ensa kra wo mbobi ene yetimi ye na ye mu di na nyina ye enya rehobium eki se de wo social club say ye wo ko kirabi night club no sa na ye akoye ye ku ye ho sa preventive ade preventive ye se ase preventive when you na they come say any epidemic is Ghana they ye bend and a pandemic be say papa e ye bra wo sem entina ye nkwana so atia ye see Ghana nyina ye nyini nyina aye 63 eno kwa ye ma no wo ye be ma ye 61 on the average nyina do modi 90 do modi 100 do modi 20 nyina o kan nyina bo mo strike average na ni nyina ko 63 na nipa anti asa
Baba Smiley, can I ask Bombardier a question?
Busa. Why? Busa.
Bombardier, in your presentation, you said they should use helicopter to go and search for them. Hey, Bombardier, if they tell you this is go die out of helicopter and they tell you to go and take another, would you go?
You said go and do what?
You said they should have used helicopter to search for the body or to. If they tell you to go and sit in the same helicopter which has dropped people, would you go?
Why not? It's the mission. It's the mission.
You are dealing
And
with Ghana.
your rescue, or some way. It is all connected as that for ma. And nobody will answer more. Because they are not servicing the, multi-play more. Now, said, oh, Abbey, UK, can I get me and they can't even smart, but just say, or time do so, mission test and I and into black box, I want to know a state of that, and then black box me that maybe 40 years ago, black box me leadership crown, or where you go, Marco Dumino.
Yeah, but that's the thing. It could happen that when they were procuring this aircraft, if they told them, oh, there's no black box, oh, no, there's no problem, we can buy. You know how people, because they buy it cheap, don't get their cut. Do you understand? All these things will come to hunt us.
You have any bombardier. Thank you, Sean. You better must it. You better must it. Thank you. Now, Obi so I say it could even mean say we are perhaps jumping into certain conclusions. If we cry na who say helicopter never tough for no. If you are no man, somewhere sapon, you know, mushi see form. So, nti enya abotre hwehwe fum ho no nyina yie hwehwe forest o yie bi kura ye bekwa ko hu omo se bia omo na mabubu egu baabi nti enya abotre perhaps any omo se omo koye ashes no test forensic omo koye test until se bia ye benya full confirmation say these ashes belong to this one and that one. We should continue to search forest or who knows bia omo hwirihwiri ye ebi hwirihwiri si form so na omo na mabubu eti baabi. To whom he am what young Coswa and your searching.
Baba Smiley, can I ask you a question regarding this last comment?
Abusa.
Baba Smiley, when Castro droned, what did they tell us?
They were
not. They said they were sure he's alive. He will come back.
Okay, all right. And I'm can say we say no.
You are telling us.
One more, so more test na me boy. They are going to do the forensics. Test. Until when it comes and then it's finalized, they say, oh, and we are number 8 now. We have a year these ashes and I said these things indicate say and then you close the docket now. And you see the court next year who say okay, ashes near nipa 5 and I say 4. Eddie more 4 now can anyway. This is some
of them will be. Some of them have turned into spirits. They are now walking in the forest there.
As my mechanic, yes, I'm a mechanic. I mean, that is not what I said. That is not what I said. Does it mean say on the aircraft and not a parachute in this one anymore?
Yeah, but that's why these are some of the questions that health and safety issues and everything, should come up. Do you understand? There should be. It raises a whole lot of questions. Of course, accident can happen, but what do they do at least to avoid some of these things? So these are some of the questions. But in Ghana, I don't think they will subject it to really because they don't want people to be exposed. You understand? And I think defense minister, before you join this sort of thing, I mean, you should have your own protocols and so on. So whether all those protocols and so on were carried out is another thing. But you see, in Ghana, we are used to, oh, come on, let's go. We've been using, so then we let down health and safety. Once we become familiar, we don't, so it's unfortunate that this thing has happened, but it's giving us opportunity to wake up. But whether we will wake up is another thing. Do you understand? Whether we will that is why I ask you how many aircraft or helicopters do we have? Look at America, look at UK. How many times do you hear their military or something dropping things like this? If we have really only 4, and now one is gone, one is kaput. You understand? So the other one, are they in good condition? Who is responsible for that? How often did they test it? So many questions. But it comes back to the fact that we are not serious with anything. Those of us who come, MPP, NDC, personally, the life is not the way we are doing it, though. If you see the way trains, planes are running this part of the world, sometimes I question, do we have the discipline to run these things? Trains, look, these buses you see on the road, there's a queuing theory thing they use to manage all of these things. Do we have that discipline? Fine, we go to school, they teach you queuing theory, but we don't even give ourselves the opportunity to apply all of these things. So it's like a joke. That is why when we say, oh, they've given riffraffs this, they've given experienced people this, they say, oh, they are doing the job, oh, they are young, they have energy. It's not energy they take to do some of these things. So you need to learn how to do these things. You can't just walk into the job and go. You need to learn. That is why here there are apprentices, there are mentorships, but in a part of the world, oh, come on, he's Sami Jemfi, he's richer than you, he's more. It is only in Ghana that I just finished a law school and they call you a lawyer. Just finish a law school. Just finish economics degree, you become an economist.
All right, Abby, thank you. We now also by a comment kit to Abby. Eja henu timenka. Se eja henu timenka dia na se henu apon an no. Yo, Karachi fafana we de bra. Karachi. Yo. Karachi timenka dia. Ofa body. Ofa bi. Aha, fafana we de bra. Yes, soroso. And soroso sisi ya.
No, na we de ya. Na chese send ye nyina ye kan. Ye ntra se ye betoto ye no ma yi na ma bibi sesi a ade no eya na nka ye nyina ye sa America fo ade esi a na ye bobo ho na ye su twadwado but na ukọ entintan so a bebre obi ade ne de na ma obi ade ne de na ma ede entina akobasa nyese bia nipa na omawu no ne omotan omo but ye nkrofo a do omatu adi enim no kwan omo fa so ye no ma no ama ese obi akura ebompa ese ne nipa na omo firi mukura na omo ho ahi nsem kura nti papa enyumre de ni sheda enka no bebre de mesa aka no bi se ade tia yan try se ye befa lesson wom na ye de ahwe se next time no kwan ya betimi afa so na nka ya prevent no manwasi
You said that we busa no find say you are able to dialogue with enuanum nwotwe ya every mu
papa okasa no wachiru na me de na
to was you me can say hwe Abi gamanche
So yeah, we are hearing clearly.
and then come me return the microphone
Look at where you are standing things.
Because microphone we share
papa
see how they okay, all right then. So the name can say ade anka ye betimi ne nsamanfo no afiri mu sisi ya no e betimi di nkoma ana ye bu se o mu se enya bi ade asi omo kode na emu de ne nsu amfiri mu ahwe a answers be na nka omo de memaye so
papa answers de nka bebere nka omo ankasa kura beka se obia obenya political power bia no on try say intentem na wode ne esebeto ne ese Sam George can say Akwantufuo betimi de 1 week and 2 weeks aklegram siase the same thing and I ba ha me ka say no kore mampanyi otisui 2 weeks kro betimi de akle garamsi no betimi atu ase so pese otu ase nko a on de tie no enye garamsi o mani bebre easy say otu ase eno ani say mining kra obi anye bi obi a say we small scale we danyu obi anye bi ubetu ase enti the moment a ube decide ne beba no na ye bekọ ye be hwehwe mu akọ bi a be 2 years no nkrofo no kra no so no mkoto ekra na wi afi akopade adwuma foforo ye eno ase wasisi bibia easy ɛna ɛnyɛ galamsey nko a ɛna ɛma plate tɔ plate deɛ bɛte atɔ a bɛte atɔ yɛn nneɛma ankasa yɛ maintenance ɛyi no koraa no papa ɛwu sɛ saa helicopter no deɛ ɛna ɛho ahomte kakra o because ɛnɛ koraa na ɔmo sa kɔ yi ba sɛ mahama koraa mmerɛ bi 2015 sɛ sɛ nsuo ebubo mu sɛ nea na ɔfa kan yi ne visibility ne nti no ɛma ɔno nso kɔ lande wɔ apatrapɔ sɛ sɛn a sɛ nyame nko a enti no yɛnhwɛ kwan a yɛbɛfa so yɛ area no ade a ɛbɛboa yɛn yɛde tu kwan a ɛbɛyɛ easy ama yɛn na nka yɛnyɛ sɛ yɛn na nka yɛyɛ train kwan na kaa kwan ankasa da mu ɛna osi so paa menyɛ sure sɛ anka wɔn bɛyɛ sɛ wɔn kɔfa play but at the end of the day na si awie nti no papa ɛyɛ mdɔma no bɛsi.
Yo, Abi, you're very wise. Thank you so. Why? There's a patron ba. The patrons, Yama patron, fan away them ra. Ana yabi yenti gamanche na patron in Numjana and Famaye. The gamanche, Yanko, your fan away.
Papa Smiley, let patron if he wants to talk. I can talk, but if he wants to talk.
Maybe me say patron uncle on the benediction in our also. So
okay.
No
Papa Smiley. Papa Smiley, if you compare
3 minutes, why? 3 minutes.
Okay. If you compare Accra to Kumasi to UK here, it's going to be like London to Leeds, right?
Mama heard this time. I'm saying Accra to Kumasi in miles and the best 150 something miles.
Yeah. Because from London to Leeds is about 4 hours, isn't it?
There be who can distance now some mileage now which is which?
Distance.
Okay, all right then. Accra to Kumasi. I mentioned distance in the month. I was there. We say 250 kilometers, right?
250 kilometers.
250 kilometers.
And London to Leeds.
In miles, okay. Okay, 250. Let's just say, and I said, I'm a kind 155 miles, right?
Mm-hmm.
And also London to Leeds. Oh,
yeah.
Okay, London to Leeds. When you say 155 miles, no. You know, when a map on it, they say a bit cool 5 hours 52 minutes.
Police.
Oh, landing to Kumasi to Accra no 155 no or say a bit cool 5 hours. There's almost 6 hours. And a bit cool to do that trip. And landing to Leeds via M1 no. 3 hours 51 miles. 3 hours 51 minutes. And distance near 197 miles.
So it's even farther than Kumasi.
Yeah.
You see what we are talking about.
Now, interestingly, no. Interestingly, no. Say, all the train every London air call Lisa. Train will take you 2 hours 11 minutes. Now, trains no be ever cost one way no £34. And as also the bus air console 1 way no be take you 3 hours 45 minutes, and it will cost you £12 as well.
So Papa Smiley, you see what we are talking about. Accra to Kumasi shouldn't even take more than 4 hours. If the road is good, what the map is giving you, the map has taken into consideration the conditions of the road and everything.
Oh yeah.
So I mean, we are not helping ourselves, Papa Smiley. Look at the cars these people are using in Ghana. They don't even need to fly or something. But all of these things, we use it, we do politics with this thing. And even, the distance you gave London to Leeds, they will shorten it by, I think, about 30 minutes or 50 minutes because they are doing HS2, which goes straight to the place. They have the transport system, but they are always making it better. But Accra to Kumasi, a conduit, a serious role like this, we are playing politics with it. So, but first of all, the sad bit is human beings who are gone. The fact that you are not going to see them again and so on. But otherwise, it is like any other ordinary person. Do you understand? We will all die. So I don't see. That was why I said I don't see why we should somebody, you see 16 people die. The people who die, don't they have blood in them? Don't they have family? And we are even talking about people who are doing their job. These people are doing their job. So it's a hazard that we could even have avoided these hazards. But look, we will not learn anything out of this. I say give yourself 3 months.
Okay, all right.
Come back.
Prediction. Yati. Fesia. Why? Fesia.
If they learn something, but we are here. We are praying that God will see.
We did here.
And I hope in 3 months' time, St. George will meet God and ask him his question.
Yo, Abe, Fesia, na yanko, say, why no waba?
Yeah, Papa.
Yeah, me 7% sort of corner mutino.
Okay, you may do much now.
Ocha, maybe mum dear, and vat no customer man canambua. Now they are me member.
Oh, my dear, my man can't. The Abbey can't. Abbey say, was what the day should be free. Abbey was here in strife. The Abbey cut off. Abbey seeing strife in free. Must be seeing strife in free, Papa. You strife in free.
Oh,
you need to strip the sea. Yes, you need to strip.
I sure say, your man penny cranes in free.
Papa said, yes, you need to strip him. This someone, Papa, man who said, there should be a food. Papa, this is every review. This is every review. You didn't start every review, Papa. You didn't say, what the woman communicate or say there should be. You say there should be. But for now, maybe it's idea. Vice President, I know that by opinion, Mahama, Vice here, Atta, and I never finished Mr. Atta. New way, I see from Jim. I could see ambulance from bed or fire services new will be armor. Mr. Former President, New Wo, and this is how I see a ambulance will be a map. James Shashi, Papa, a dear tall, Seki, Yenipa way, Yenipa and Suta, Sile, Teresani, Shashi, Papa, yes, Shashi, and Jakutaka say, be a map, be a Papa. Bibi something worse, probably something worse. Take you to be here. I can go forward to the side. They may cast a baby see if you can't. And then Nipper would, then Quay wood, and Nipper do sia, Papa, Nipper do sia, and then Nipper do, and the ewu. Everything yes, Poto be a say Poto to be a duff for Monama, Sir Aston Kaka, and Nipper do say, Poto, I don't watch it. Papa, so drive on Kahanama. Traffic light to do 9 years, traffic light who do intersections. We say no, I confused. Traffic light to do 9 years. Yeah, you trust you, Papa. Who the mobile casting sorry.
Papa Smile, are you gone?
Kadaje.
Yay.
Where we on? What are who's why? Okay, yo. Thank you. Anyway, I just want to watch it. I just watch you. I just watch it and don't come. All right. Him say, BBS ya jako sibu watch ya homa no so yente nenka. Anyway, Patron. Dumjana mami. Why? Dumjana mami.
Yo, Akwantufuo bi to ndwom say happy start way back adeɛ bɛyɛ wo na deɛ abɛnya no mfa ho da akwanhyia asi akonini bi Ghanafoɔ bi ahwɛ ɔmo nkɔ sɛdeɛ da bi ayɛ a obisa Obama akyi no ɛdɛn ɛne wuwuo ɛde kyerɛ yɛn ateasefoɔ na da biara mesi amebisa sɛ nti kɔ bibini paa ɔwɔ ahoɔden ɔwɔ akwanya sɛ ɔno a bɛhyehyɛ ne nneɛma ma nneɛma yɛyi ama no. The black man capable of managing his own affairs. The answer is in the air. The vampire is China and the bomber may and what they in a bit shame of you, drink Ghana. The one was say, yeah, then come over there in that close door.
You, yes, you're Darcy. Na sɛdeɛ meka to hɔ no wowɔ hɔ nom a na woyi imagine sɛdeɛ mebusa ɔfa boadi no sɛ anuanom nwɔtwe ɛsɛ yɛbɛfrɛ mo nsaman nwɔtwe sɛ nkayadeɛ nkiri bɛtumi ne ɔmadi nkɔmmɔ ane yɛbusa ɔmo sɛ deɛ asie ɛde adeɛ ne yɛnsua mfiri mu wode ɔpɛ koraa ne sɛ wompɛ sɛ saa agɔ 8 a Falumba Charles Kojofusu. Says Ghana a Lumba or United Kingdom and Kebaman said that ama or best say Charles Kojofusu. Musa Charles Kojofusu sama and say, oh, Charles, Oko na Ukonimuno. Dear Nidiana Yatiasifu Yensia. Just imagine, na her ancestor. In some unfortunate country and say, yeah, phone. Maybe if not tomorrow, another time we will dialogue on that. At as if we have a lot to learn out of it. And see, my messy bono, na yen missing man. It's a haram. We miss the ball, we don't miss the man. A very big thank you to everybody that tuned in today. Your contributions have been marvelous, wonderful, thought-provoking, and I'm very certain, say, you will go back and listen to it on Akwantufuo Radio YouTube page, and I say, I think it will be on Facebook too for about a month. They say Facebook for no videos nibi free no. That is the modus operandi now. But on YouTube there is going to be there for forever. As long as you can say forever. And then let's take a listen to some of the beautiful commentary that Enuanom Ediba here and there. Na afi utie biwa. Let's share the ideas that will come after which, and then some for no monkomo. Why? Mensru. Why? Mensru. Me fawse si a. Adwuma me de bama no ye de a ubako anim kakra. Say adwuma o me de bama say ye no wa anye de a ubakontem. So wo me catch us say jai siku fancy ye. Na catch it. I'm your phone say, hey, massa. What did you do? No fine. You must do the things make you all benefit. Now one yet. Now cause why is you fans are or carbo amama utia pie and in the over contempt. So Moka, the omba catcher or send some phone back catcher or as a force a be and Mr. Wa. Yeah, no, why? That was watching. Now if you I watch it. I'm saying that watch how money you did or who's make us out. I be ultimate.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, that's a nice. As a mic and yet, some mic and the Abbey more
is away from
some Abbey, some mic and the more de me boy.
Yeah, your mic, you don't have any problem. Okay. I think he has muted it. I think
I'm muting to see. I say, didn't know. I'm muting. And he, Mr. Wa, and then some for no moncomo. Hey, some be out who name to be a some no moncomo.
Baba Basmali, the question you say we should ask them. The question is you ask them, and you people are proposing heaven and hell. If these people are struggling in around the gate of one of these places, you think they will tell you what happened?
Oh, debut. So okay. Story na ewo Bible mu a say Abraham ne osikani no wuye na wo call osoro ahema mu na osikani no de oko so oko hell na osofa wo hono pa ana osre se ka Abraham emre ni nsuo nze oso no kwa de osi yema ne Abraham fa ne nsam mu nsuo mu keke no fa me so de ketrema so ane ka chen se hwe obu akra unye nsuo bi anom o asasi so na o no ma so ta mbo na wa o ave mami masem wa asasi so na o num club bi akesi ni na onum goda o Guinness di achile pa na ono ene ne open zoo yeah ma za abo for omutumo de pa omo se omo ma no ana omo ka se to nyabutre omo ka se o ka se afi ye no so ene ye nka omo nsuma abofo no na omo ma asase so na omummeka ensempa bi nkyere ye na afi no yen sesa the way ye boy abraba asama omuka chen say ngrofo ni bu hadada abofo ni bu hadada wo mu ka asempa no enti perhaps ngrofo ye no bi a wo so wo wo torment mu kakra wo ho enti no de ommeka ne say amanfo nti Akwantufuo radio bi ko asempa no ye kabu ha na omufanya adwuma because nsema amakan no say amanfo de ye adwuma ebeboa ma ma Ghana akonani pa abi 1 minute yempom.
Okay. Yeah, so it's unfortunate that these things should happen, things that we could avoid or we could minimize. As for accidents, no matter how perfect you are, but some of them which are avoidable, And Papa Smiley, the sad bit of this thing is it could act as job creation for our people. Do you understand? Here, some of the things we see, like a health and safety officer, or these things. Look at this now. They are going to South Africa to do all this forensic thing. We have Ghanaians who could have done this.
All right, Abby.
Yeah,
fancy. Thank you. I think sometimes we need to exercise the mind as well. You must say, what jobs can be created from death? I'm saying you so would you walk in common.
But Papa Smiley, if you see our cemeteries in Ghana, would you want to die and go there?
Yes, row won't see intimate wound in common walk around my ideas. So,
if you see our cemeteries and if you die, the way the weaving handle you cry, you wouldn't want to die.
Charlie, they said, yeah, Utai Pana. They say, okay, I shall know. I had your body, no.
Look at here. When you people die, they put them in a nice ass. It's moving gently, and so hey, Ghana, they carry you and display. If you don't take a cry, your corpse will fall down. Then they carry you again.
Abi, fancy. Nyami adma ochna. We see say Jaheno will be there to make things happen. And yes, Adia will come back next week. A big thank you to you once again for joining us. Yenina yemfanya adisua. One boss anyway. I said, don't know frewa. Ahwa ben awaye. Akunta ben na ubebu. Petro one boy. Smart and cancer. Okay. All right then. And he said, don't know
Papa Smiley. So the thing you say Abraham did is a good thing.
Where is war?
You say Abraham was supposed to give somebody water.
I said a debut. So I was canning the cousin Abraham, I'm finding some moons who mess on a ketra masomana. So ana almost there oma no almost see kenny no o was as is would fried rice o ma Abraham binni
But I don't see all this is a human creations.
No Lazarus okay no Lazarus that's right but the story remains the same no saying Lazarus and some ones you in Zoom and meton and meson ketramaso right say there ayi abi bobonsa akese ni bi mame Remy Martin, Dr. Jingun San, and even an hour was as is now.
Covosia.
Covosia, they say, near low class. A dear about on a car, a kind, I could see you can so.
Let him come.
And here the Captain Murphy, and I said,
I'm not a drinker, so I don't know.
You're not a drinker.
Papa Smiley, just look at. I mean, so you. I mean, in the context of religion or love, because Lazarus was set up as an example. So you think it's a good thing, or don't you think this is also human creation?
Say yeah, cause yeah, Oman command is uni binana. Say yes, Oman command bino.
No, it's not, because it is God who is supposed to judge all of us. But Lazarus at that point judge him too, isn't it?
Debut, and yet Lazarus na was canino as they say, or no so Lazarus yes on the other side, but was canino as the above one saying, Comma Lazarus women in Sukakra. Into woman, remember Lazarus, who can't say Lazarus and Fensunumra. I know almost say Massa, yeah, Lazarus and Faber be so, it is common no honor, face the consequences. Anna was had a request for Robert, so when you're almost above four, in Tumpen for no mumra, as I see soon me to your foot. It is our honor, Nameka say, I deanka at as if 4 minutes I was sick and you know, no. Soon next time I bon coma and carry assembly and go back at as before.
Yeah, but
that is the kind of conversation that I want us to have with the dead.
When they say they have some of the angels already, and you said there are some among.
I will say, Maybe angel.
So are you talking about Kum Chacha Obini?
Miss Omuntia Akwantufuo radio, man, happy be a for Rubia. Omuntia Akwantufuo radio. Oh, now come here say, me who smart and cancer, said don't Petra, okay, sign on the title.
What you any album?
Who no. Now, my who do you need no track in the back? Come me penum the title, no said the young come. Okay, so don't.
So I just said, Jiwani, is it Jiwani? Is it Smarting Castle Freedom?
Yeah. Nothing can say the joke. Yeah, that's the call them the Bansu.
Okay. Me who don't be about other laptop no soon to know. Your fancy ya nyahe adafo free
Pastor be the two miss you.
Me jam na mabon komo we chire ho. Why? Obi anko no ne nsamanfo no kobon komo. E very important.
I know why is I
wentimi ama. Mo ne nsamanfo no bon komo.
What do you buy?
So oto but wentimi ankasa.
He's a the 3+1 has finished him, knock him down now.
I'll leave you to have your conversations in the background. But hey, Bomodian and someone for the Monkomo. Very, very important. Medina once again, and Papa Smiley, my dear Chame.